Sunday, August 6th, Progressive American Flat Track rocks the world-famous Sturgis motorcycle route with the Black Hills Half-Mile.
We're ready to go racing. Massive championship implications here.
Don't miss the most exciting motorcycle racing in the world at the biggest motorcycle rally in the world. The championship battle heats up at the Black Hills Half-Mile on Sunday, August 6th. Get your tickets now at AmericanFlatTrack.com.
Rev up to get fueled by Mission as the world's most extreme dirt track riders and tastiest products come together to fuel your flavor. Fully loaded tacos, fast wraps, piled high nachos. Whatever you crave, Mission will help you be race ready with easy to make recipes that will take your race day to the finish line. Keep your racing delicious and enjoy all the mouth-watering action. Brought to you by Mission Foods. Too fast, too tasty.
Brings back a lot of memories. The memories actually started when I got off the highway back there and I was cruising on down. I'm like, yep, it's down here on the right, it's down here on the right. And there it is, and you know, it appears like when I pulled in, it appears just kind of how I remembered it really. Man, y'all got older but way skinnier.
I sure do remember the first time Jared raced at Middletown, and he pulled this little KX80 out of the back that was totally polished, chrome pipe, metal flake paint job. I mean, I looked at this stuff and went, oh my God, this kid better really be fast if he's gonna ride this thing, right? This kid gets on this motorcycle and rips out there on a half-mile faster than any kid I've ever seen in my life go around. He pretty much lapped every kid out there today.
I remember right, I started like, hey, I want you to wear my Maroney's Harley-Davidson sweatshirt, and I'll pay your entry fees at all your races, and at the indoors, you know, and we were racing 3 classes, so we're like, yeah, give me that shirt, you know, I'll throw that thing on. Free entry fees, cool. Well, there's like 5 weekends down here, so that added up quick, and then one thing led to another. It was some bikes after that, and more support, more help, box trucks. It just, you know, went on from there, really. I remember only getting 45% of my winnings at one point in time. He had this ratio, man, that was like, all right, 10% goes to the mechanic and then we split the rest. It's like, well, that's only 45%, man. So I remember that one really good, you know, that was one that stuck with it. Yeah, I was like, ah, dude, this isn't right. But,
The problem was when Jared raced for me, Jake Johnson raced for me at the same time. You know, it's just 2 super talents, and they really butted heads as far as, not really off the track, but on the track, they really were aggressive. And Jared came out on top, was national champion in 02, the 02 year. And the following year, I either kind of had to go with Jake or Jared, and Jared chose Johnny Goad because Jared didn't want to be on a 2-man team.
So, yeah, I've always looked to Pat's family, and always remember, you know, that they were a big supporter of mine, and where I'm at now is, you know, a great deal of help from them.
Super proud just to know him from, you know, that age. I don't know if I changed his life. He was going to make it to the top with or without me.
You know, I wanted to definitely come out and see the shop and say hello, and, you know, see his son Jimmy and Dino George. And it was, you know, George was a big part of building some of the bikes back in the day for me, as well as my dad. It's a win, but we got to cross the checker flag first tomorrow to get the real win.
The loyal riders, let your queries be known.
Yeah, hi. Instead of letting passengers wrap their arms around us, can we put little handles on our jackets?
Deny.
Can you imagine?
I want a new nickname. Can you guys start calling me Snake?
No, Brian.
Denied.
How about we all get quotes to see if we can save with America's #1 motorcycle insurer?
Approved.
Cool. Hey, if Brian's not going to be Snake, can I be Snake?
No.
Advanced robotics, experienced physicians. When it comes to minimally invasive surgery, we don't play around.
Progressive American Flat Track Championship season. Let's take a look at the starting lineup, Scotty.
On the poles, the 32, Dallas Daniels from Mattoon, Illinois. On the Yamaha, the 10 of Johnny Lewis will start second pick from Center Hill, Florida. On the Moto Anatomy X-powered Royal Enfield. Third on the front row from Sebastian, Florida is the 1 of Jared Meese on the Rogers Racing Indian. Henry Wiles up there on the front row from Wynn, Michigan on the BriggsAuto.com Indian. Row 2, Briar Bauman, 44 Robinson, 36 Carlisle, and the 67 Davis Fisher.
All right, just before we go green with this one, as riders come back, let's go trackside. Here's Kristen.
Ralph, there is no question Johnny Lewis is a finesse rider, and that is exactly what it'll take for him to get the win here tonight. But today I asked him what's motivating him. He said, if this is my last go, I want to give it all I have. Maybe foreshadowing a retirement, maybe just foreshadowing a change in his career or his team. But guys, he wants to give it all he's got, because if it is his last time on a Royal Enfield, if it could be his last win in the Super Twins class, he wants to give this his best shot.
He's been doing that all night tonight, Kristen. He has been one to watch and one to deal with if you want the win here tonight. Takes the He win, takes Chrono Parts Plus Pole Award, gets the $5 grand and the Mission Foods Too Fast, Too Tasty Challenge, and now he's going after the main event. He could sweep it here tonight for Royal Enfield. Here we go, 10-second board is up. This racetrack 100 years old, and it's seen the flat track stars of the Progressive American Flat Track Series for the first time in some 30 years. And the Mission Foods Super Twins are ready to battle out on the 5/8 mile here in Middletown, New York, waiting for the green. There we go, we're racing. Down into turn number 1. Meese comes from the middle of the racetrack. Daniels is right there behind the 8-time champ as we slide through 1 and 2, and slipping and sliding is what they're doing. Who's going to get the grip off of 2? It's going to be Meese, and the Indian bike leads them all down into turn number 3.
Dallas Daniels right there in second. Johnny Lewis looking for a way through in third. Everybody else is sideways. They're really sideways down here in 3 and 4.
Briar Bauman on the KTM back there in 4th. Big cloud of dust as they all come screaming past the start-finish line. Lewis going for second. Look at him fight that Royal Enfield number 10.
Briar Bauman went way up to the high line. He's trying to use that KTM horsepower.
Daniels trying to catch back up to Jared Meese. And the 8-time champ loves these half miles, and he's trying to pull away. He's way down on the bottom, Scotty.
Yeah, he's looking for a different way around. It's a little bit shorter down there, maybe a little less slick, too. If you can get that thing pointed the right direction early, maybe a little less slippery down there.
Boy, Daniels was right down there, too, with his handlebars just about scraping that wall on the inside of the racetrack.
Well, he's a smart rider. He's seen what the number 1 is doing in front of him. Is getting
Briar
smaller.
coming up, challenging for third as he gets inside of Johnny Lewis. Put the KTM up into third for a moment. Then he cuts back inside of Lewis. Great battle there for third.
Nobody else is running off the very bottom in turn number 4 except for now the 95 JD Beaches, where Meese is running. He's so low in turn number 4.
Yeah, Beach joining that battle for third as they're all chasing Dallas Daniels, number 32, who holds down second. And meanwhile, Meese pulling away almost a full second between him and Daniels.
Early on in this one, looks like Johnny Lewis is pretty much committed to the bottom, say the middle line. He slides right in front of the 32, and they're 3 wide for second place.
Cross the line once again, and Meese gains some more time, 1.3 seconds between him and Daniels.
Well, while these 3 are mixing it up, it's slowing them down a little bit, so Meese is just slowly pulling away.
This is great for Jared Meese right now. Don't forget, Chase Sadoff had a massive lead in our Parts Unlimited American Flat Track Singles presented by Kicker, and then that went away as the race progressed to the very end.
As soon as Cody Kopp got away from Tom Drain and was able to work himself and catch up to Sadoff. So we'll see if one of these 3 riders can get away from each other and try to focus on that leader.
It looks like Daniels is the quickest of these 3 in this bunch right here. If he can maybe break away, because now Lewis and Bauman are battling a little bit. Kristen, if that can help Daniels, it might be just enough for him to break free of Lewis and Bauman.
Absolutely. And speaking of Johnny Lewis going into this main event, I asked his mechanic, Brock Armbruster, what they were doing to make sure the bike would be there for Johnny. And I kind of wonder if maybe in the opening stages of this race, he's racing more delicately because he knows in the past the bike hasn't been there for him. And they said that is exactly what he's going to do. He's going to race delicately. They made sure they tightened all the bolts. He's running a brand new bike with brand new parts. He's in a good position, but he may be holding back in these opening stages because he doesn't trust the bike fully, and he's trying to allow himself to be there towards the end of the race.
Well, he just lost a spot to Daniels' teammate, J.D. Beach, on the inside, the 95 there. Now he bounces back. Here comes Brandon Robinson on the high side, too, in the number 44. Robinson riding on one of those powerful Indians. See what he can do here tonight. There he is right there on the 44. And he's got Jared Vanderkoy closing in on him on another one of those Indian machines.
And Vanderkoy started on the 5th row, Ralph, so he's working his way through the traffic. He's following Robinson towards the front. 2.7 seconds between Meese and second. This is the best battle on the racetrack right here for 4th, 5th, and 6th. 95 JD Beach looks like he's committed to the bottom on that 95 Estenson Yamaha. Breyer up against the wall.
Almost slapping the wall with that rear tire of his KTM, the Parts Plus back machine for Rick Ware Racing. Boy, that could have been disastrous. Breyer has closed back up on Dallas Daniels. He has broken free of Lewis and Beach and the rest, and he has now caught Dallas Daniels, and we got a good fight for second. Watch this again. Watch the back end of Bauman's bike. Look how close he gets it to the wall. Right there.
Excellent job staying off the wall.
I'm not sure he didn't hit it, Scotty.
No, I think he did a great job staying off. I think the pipe might have touched it right there.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, he did a good job, though, of keeping that thing pointed the right direction down that straightaway.
And if you hit that just hard enough, you got to be careful not to close up that pipe.
Yeah, smash it, and that will slow you down, too.
Great battle going on here in Middletown, New York for second place in our Mission Super Twins. Meanwhile, the 8-time champ starting to open up a healthy gap. Stay with us to see if he can get the win. Welcome back to the Orange County Half-Mile. Jared Meese trying to put this one in the record books as another win in his illustrious career. Coming up on 4 minutes and 2 laps to go here in our Mission Super Twins.
This is the battle for second and third. Daniels, look at how slippery that is. The front end was actually pushing, the back end was trying to come around at the same time.
Great seat of the pants feel by all these riders.
You just got to hang on to it. Don't grab a handful of throttle too soon because that thing will just light up and get really sideways. You have
to be so
really
patient.
Exactly. Like in car racing, think of an egg underneath that accelerator. Well, these guys are doing with the wrist right here, so you got to be really smooth when you turn that right throttle on.
Beach, Lewis, and Robinson, and Vanderkoy all in this group here.
What a ride from Vanderkoy from the back of the pack up to 6th right now.
Lewis has dropped all the way to 8th, Scotty. Johnny Lewis has fallen all the way out of this one now all of a sudden.
Yeah, that's too bad. He's had a great night, though. He's got to be very proud of all of his accomplishments tonight. He's just, having trouble hanging on to these front leaders.
He's going to cash a couple of good checks tonight, that's for sure.
And that'll feel really good for the Royal Enfield team. There's Vanderkoy trying to get by his good buddy, the 44, Robinson. Now we go back out in front. There's a look at the leader. Now here's the battle for second.
Meese 4 seconds up on these two. Breyer way up along the air fence.
And I think he's tired of following him, Ralph. He's tired of following the 32. Says,
got to shake it up.
Got to go somewhere else. And around
and he goes, how about right to in front of him? That's a different view.
Yeah.
Put the KTM right up in front of him. Breyer Bauman getting in front of Dallas Daniels, and that's the worst thing that could happen to Dallas in this championship fight. He needs every point he can to stay in front of Jared Meese.
Yeah, as of right now, he won't be the points leader leading tonight.
And you can see Breyer trying to pick up that front wheel, trying to get even more bite on that rear.
Yeah, slide your weight over that rear tire as quickly as you can to get that traction on that rear tire. It still lights up no matter how far back you get. It's still gonna, spin up really good on those high horsepower bikes.
2 minutes, 2 laps to go in our Mission Super Twins main event here. Orange County Fair Speedway.
A little bit of lap traffic, no problem so far for our leaders. Meese out front by almost 4 seconds.
Oh.
I saw some red lights.
Yeah, I did too. Red flag is out as the Wayland lights come on. Tough break for Ryan Wells on his Royal Enfield. While they get everybody slowed down, we'll go ahead and take care of some business and step away for just a minute, but we'll be right back to the Orange County Fair Speedway. The Progressive American Flat Track Series has been brought to you by Cat Rental Store, the official heavy equipment supplier of Progressive American Flat Track, and by Royal Enfield, an official OEM partner of Progressive American Flat Track. Well, welcome back to the Orange County Fair Speedway here in Middletown, New York. Scotty, it's been some 30 years since we were last here. Scotty Parker won it then. Ronnie Jones taking a victory here. Randy Goss and Mike Kidd winning the first Flat Track National here back in 1977. And one of these stars of our race here tonight looking to add their name to that very short list of stout riders.
Three of those four went on to become Grand National champions.
Here we go, green, and we're racing once again. Mees, first one to the corner, using the advantage of that staggered start to protect his position. Bauman, here comes Daniels to the inside of Breyer, new second place rider.
It's exactly what Dallas needs to do to salvage as many points as he can, hold on to second, see if he can keep up with the one bike.
Boy, he's got to get going though, because Jared is already starting to pedal away. Daniels and JD Beach, his teammate, coming up to the inside. Robinson sliding around the outside, making a bid for second, and Bauman way upstairs. Here comes Breyer fighting the three bike.
The three bike's looking for some traction. It seems to be up there by the air fence, but it's the long way around.
Dallas Daniels back to the bottom. Breyer right behind him, Beach behind him, and Robinson just a lane above them all.
Robinson trying to get that second spot away from the 32. He's got it right now.
Can he hang on to it as they come to the line? Give the spot to Brandon Robinson on the 44. He goes really well in these slick tracks too. Always rides very well in Daytona.
Very good on the car tracks as well.
And it's costing Daniels. Daniels has lost second. Now he's lost third as Bauman gets by. Dallas can't even worry about Mees at this point. He's just got to worry about getting points.
He's got to hang
30
on to
seconds and 2 laps to go, and Daniels trying to find a way back around Robinson.
Breyer's up to second place now. He gets by the 44 now. He goes to the bottom of the racetrack. That's the shorter way around.
Doesn't look like anybody's got anything for Mees, though. We will see 2 to go, maybe this time by the start-finish line. Let's see, clock's getting ready to go to 0. Jared needs to slow down just a tick to get that 2 to go sign.
That's not in his DNA.
Yeah, I think he's going to make clocks go to 0. 2 laps remaining for Jared Mees. Bauman 0.6 of a second behind him. It's the Progressive race to the checkers as Daniels gets back inside of Robinson to try to take third away. Can't do it just yet. Bauman looking to put the KTM for Rick Ware back up on the podium in second as they continue to strengthen that program. Michelle DeSalvo, Dave Zanotti doing a great job tuning that bike. White flag is out. 1 more lap to go in a Progressive race to the checkers.
Mees by half a second. This is the best battle. Second, third, and fourth.
Here comes Daniels trying to get these 2 in front of him. See if he can get a step closer to Mees on the podium. Robinson fighting to hang on to third.
Breyer bounces off the wall in the back straightaway. Last corner, Ralph.
Down into 3 we go for the final time. Daniels trying to get inside of Robinson. He's got him by a nose. Coming up off of turn number 4. Jared Mees taking the win here at the Orange County Fair Speedway, and Daniels will finish in 3rd right behind Breyer Bauman. And Robinson, a well-earned, hard-fought 4th, just in front of JD Beach.
There's a look at the results. Jared Mees by 0.7 seconds after the restart finishes just ahead of Breyer for second, Dallas Daniels third, Brandon Robinson fourth, JD Beach in fifth, and how about Billy Ross up here, a career best finish of 6th, and Jared Vandekoy from the 18th to 7th. Davis Fisher.
See Henry Wiles with a top 10.
Yeah, Wiles with 9th, and Bronson rounds out your top 10 here in New York.
Jared, in what ways, and this is a full circle moment for you. You started your career at this track in some ways with Pat Maroney and those guys noticing you on 85s and 125s. So in what ways, I mean, is it kind of cool to look back at this track and then be able to now take a win here?
Yeah, I raced so many winners right over there in the indoors with Keith Jacobson, and I seen a lot of guys I used to battle with when I was an amateur. It was really cool to come here and win a race that I grew up and cut my teeth on. And yeah, Pat Maroney was a huge supporter of mine in the amateur stuff and on the 883. And it was cool to have dinner with him and kick it with him and, you know, bring back old times. This is the place where he recognized me, and if it wasn't for Pat, it'd be a lot more of a struggle through my amateur career. He really helped me out a lot, as well as my dad was a big part of it, obviously. So huge shout out to my beautiful wife, Nicole, and 2 daughters. And like I said, it's an honor. And also, you know, Scotty Parker, I might have beat him in the half miles, but that guy's the all-time great, no doubt.
Congratulations, Jared.
You know, Scotty, Jared said the track came to him. To me, that was the 8-time champion. He has seen every type of racing service you could possibly throw at these guys. That was so much experience in how he controlled that bike tonight.
Him and Kenny Tolbert, they sit back there, they make changes to the bike, and like you said, the track came to him, or he came to the racetrack. They found traction where nobody else could. He's got the points lead now by 2 points over Dallas Daniels. Breyer in third, JD Beach is fourth, and Davis Fisher still holding strong in that 5th spot.
Back to Kristen. Breyer Bauman back up on this podium again.
4 podiums in his last 5 starts, Ralph. Breyer, did you ever dream that in its debut season you would be experiencing this much success on the KTM?
Truthfully, like, I mentally coming from championships, like, yeah, I was like, hey, I'm going to come in, I'm going to win everything, right? Then we go to Daytona, we get a podium, like, oh, this is so easy. And then we had a string of, like, I don't even know if I made the main, so honestly, like we've talked about on and off throughout the season now, I'm getting more and more time on this motorcycle. The KTM is incredible. That thing came out of a street bike before I got it, which blows my mind after spending so many years on a purpose-built motor. But, man, I really don't want to be, I'm trying not to be arrogant, but I'm here. Like, I'm feeling it right now, and I have an incredible team, everyone that's behind me, and pretty incredible, so.
What do you make of that, Ralph? Breyer Bauman saying, I am here.
Yeah, I think he could be a spoiler in this championship chase because, as he said, if I could have got to Jared, I would have given him a run. And you know what? I think there's going to be a couple rounds between now and the end where he might be right there, Scotty.
Yeah, I think he's going to win a race or 2 left. I mean, we got 6 to go, and he could very well win some more races.
Back to Kristen.
Dallas, really fighting the bike tonight. How physically challenging was that main event for you?
Yeah, it's not physically challenging. It's mentally challenging. It was kind of a tough day. Just like the start of the day just wasn't very good, and we found ourselves searching. And then in that heat race, it was like, whoa, you know, we found a little bit of speed and found some stuff within the bike, and the crew worked really hard, and the bike was so good in the heat. And 12 podiums in a row is great, but not when the guy you're battling in the championships won the last 3 or 4 or whatever. So need to try to put a stop to that, but definitely proud with what we've been able to accomplish. It definitely sucks losing the points lead, but not going to dwell on it too much. We got a weekend off to regroup, and we're obviously missing something. We seem like we got it a little bit closer today, like starting off slow and being able to make some up. So a 3rd is not great, but it's not bad either.
Dallas, well done at rounding out the podium.
He is learning a lot, Scotty, about what it takes to win a championship at this Mission Super Twins level.
And he's riding fantastic. You know, podiums at every single round so far is incredible.
It's a dream season, right?
For sure, except for that other guy's got more wins.
Yeah, right. And it's not done yet. And we're on to Bridgeport, New Jersey. That's the next one in, 2 weeks?
Yes, sir.
And we'll go on the half-mile once again. Congratulations to Cody Kopp for winning the singles, and Jared Mees for winning on another racetrack he's not had a victory at just yet until tonight. The champ is back in the points lead after racing here at the Orange County Fair Speedway. For Kristen Beat, Scotty Dubler, I'm Ralph Shaheen. So long from New York.
Advanced robotics, experienced physicians. When it comes to minimally invasive surgery, we don't play around.
Morgan's Place is a non-profit campground guiding full recovery from injury. Morgan Monroe was injured while racing in 2016 and began the organization to spread hope that healing is possible. For more information or to get involved, please visit their website, morgansplace.org.
On Sunday, July 30th, Progressive American Flat Track returns to the world-famous SC2 Peoria TT, presented by Country Saloon.
We're ready to go racing. Massive championship implications here.
Meet your favorite riders. Don't miss the SC2 Peoria TT, presented by Country Saloon. Sunday, July 30th at the Peoria Motorcycle Club. Get your tickets now at AmericanFlatTrack.com.
The Loyal Riders, let your queries be known.
Yeah, hi. Instead of letting passengers wrap their arms around us, can we put little handles on our jackets?
Deny.
Can you imagine?
I want a new nickname. Can you guys start calling me Snake?
No, Brian.
Denied.
How about we all get quotes to see if we can save with America's #1 motorcycle insurer?
Approved.
Cool. Hey, if Brian's not going to be Snake, can I be Snake?
No.
Rev up those taste buds with Mission Foods. A proud sponsor of AFT Super Twins, Mission Foods has mouth-watering snacks and easy-to-make recipes to fuel your race day. Now that's too fast, too tasty. Whether amateur or pro, VP has a motorcycle fuel to make more power. Keep your race bike cool with Stay Frosty Race Ready Coolant and high-performance formula for your street bike. Learn more at vpracingfuels.com. Kicker Performance Audio is your fuel for living loud and a proud sponsor of American Flat Track, the original extreme sport. Now in our 50th year, Kicker has been the world leader in audio gear for cars, trucks, motorcycles, and America's roads. Kicker Audio is living loud. Lincoln Welders is the official welder of American Flat Track Racing. When it comes to welding, cutting equipment, and safety apparel, Lincoln Electric is the choice. Go to LincolnElectric.com for all your welding, cutting, and safety apparel needs. And remember to hashtag WeldRed with all your projects. 2 short years ago, Honda released the Rebel 1100, and for 2023, they're introducing the all-new Rebel 1100T, equipped with a large, color-matched handlebar-mounted fairing and 35 liters of lockable storage. It's built for the open road. The standard and bagger models both start with a powerful twin-cylinder engine, so they sound as aggressive as they look. Head to a dealer to see the 2023 Honda Rebel 1100 and 1100T.
Memphis Shades brings you a whole new level of style when it comes to motorcycle windshields and fairings. The quality, style, and selection set these products apart from the pack. Memphis Shades designs and builds all windshields, fairings, and hardware in-house. Raw materials in, finished goods out. Made in Memphis. Style that works.
Sideburn is the world's finest Go Fast, Turn Left magazine. It's available to buy at Progressive AFT's Marketplace and is the official magazine of Progressive American Flat Track. For more information, visit sideburnmagazine.com. SolarFit, America's solar team, is a proud sponsor of American Flat Track Racing. Get your complimentary solar analysis today at americanflattrack.com/solarfit. And let the sun power your home or business for free. Al Lamb's Dallas Honda is proud to sponsor the Singles Challenge. No holds barred, winner takes all dash for cash. The payout, a cool $2,500. Al Lamb's Dallas Honda, riding red since 1977. DallasHonda.com.
Introducing the all-new 2021 Rebel 1100 from Honda.
Welcome, race fans, to the Drag Specialties Bridgeport Half-Mile. Practice has begun on the track right now is your Mission Super Twins. For their first time out, it's the first round of practice. Bikes are on the racetrack. Briar Bauman at the quick time so far, 1:09.694. This is the first time we have ever been here, so everybody's hunting and choosing, looking for the fastest way around. The white flag is out right now for the 32, Dallas Daniels. There's your points leader, the one, the jammer, Jared Meese. There goes J.D. Beach on the 95 up the racetrack, and at the bottom, the 67 of Davis Fisher. Bikes are on the track. First round of practice here for your Mission Super Twins. There'll be two groups of bikes. So the top 12 in the point standings as the checkered flag comes out for the 32 of Daniels. There's the 1, the 44 of Robinson. There's the rest of the field coming across the line. First round of practice is wrapping up right here. First group of practice for your Mission Super Twins. They're going on and off the racetrack halfway down the back straightaway here in New Jersey. Bridgeport Speedway is where we're at. It's the Drag Specialties Bridgeport Half-Mile. Welcome, race fans. Looks like Briar stopping to talk to Brian Smith over there coming off of the racetrack. And here comes Group 2 rolling this direction. It's a long way down this very outside chute to make it to the racetrack. There's Johnny Lewis. He stops over there to see Brian Smith as well. Group 2 is rolling this direction. 109, Billy Ross off of his career best finish 2 weeks ago in New York. Billy Ross got a 6th place finish. 61, Casey Cisco. 34 is Cameron Smith from Pennsylvania. 94 is Ryan Wells from Albion, New York. 17, Henry Wiles from Michigan. 47, Michael Hill from Oregon. 92 is Brandon Price. He's actually on Dan Brumley's backup motorcycle is Brandon Price on the 92. 96 is Cody Johncox. 77 is Jordan Harris, the coal miner. 22 is the mower, Mitch Harvat. And the 16, Garrett Wilson. Billy Ross goes up the racetrack on the 109 Kawasaki. He is from Michigan. 61 is Cisco going across the start-finish line. The only Harley-Davidson racing with us here this weekend. Billy the Kid out in front. Goes flying by halfway down the back straightaway now in the middle of 3 and 4. Up the racetrack, then squaring off the corner, trying to come off near the bottom of the racetrack here off of turn 4 onto the front straightaway. Briar has the quickest time so far with a 1:09.694 for this first round of practice. The two AFT classes will have 2 rounds of practice. We also have the Royal Enfield Build Train Race Program and the Grand National Hooligan Championship Series with us. They will have 1 round of practice. Briar Bauman on that KTM has quick time so far. Dallas Daniels is 2nd, Robinson 3rd. Fastest one on the racetrack right now is Billy Ross, the 109 on his Kawasaki. He is up to 8th right now. Colby Carlisle in 9th. 23 total Mission Super Twins. The fastest 18 will make it to the main event. One bike pulls off on the back straightaway having an issue. Looks like the 47 or maybe the 96 possibly of John Cox. No time for the 25 of Ben Lau. He was in that first session. Possibly his transponder wasn't working. Squaring off the corner, Billy Ross puts Garrett Wilson 1 lap down here in this practice session. Mission Super Twin, sponsored by S&S Cycle. Checkered flag is out. There's Billy Ross. He will be 8th quick in this first practice session. He'll slow it down coming off of turn number 2 and exit the racetrack halfway down the back straightaway. It is Progressive American Flat Track, round number 13 here tonight. Singles roll in this direction. Your Parts Limited AFT singles sponsored by Kicker come in this direction. Again, they come out according to their point standings. The 1 is your points leader. That is Cody Kopp. 88 Chase Sadoff. 21 Trevor Bruner. 59 Tom Drain. 48 Trent Lowe. 79 Dalton Gauthier. 18 is Max Whale. 13 Morgan Mishler. 19 James Ott. 49 Chad Coase. 82 Travis Pettin. 52 Shane Extra Bauman. Bikes are on the track. Check. There you go. Cody Kopp right here on the one. Red Bull KTM out in front. He is your points leader coming into tonight. He's got a hefty points lead. He's very fast this year, especially on the car tracks. And he is out in front. 88 Chase Sadoff is chasing him on the Turner Honda. Also on the racetrack, 19 James Ott, didn't mention him. 49 Chad Coase, 82 Travis Pettin. Shayna Texter-Bauman from nearby Pennsylvania. Her grandfather raced cars out here. It's a little bit different racetrack. I talked to Fitzcharles earlier today, and he said it was a flat racetrack last time he was here. 26, Aiden Roos, 7s. 51, Cole Zabala. 63 is Jared Lowe. 91 is Justin Jones. Those are the bikes on the racetrack. 32 total entries here in your Parts Limited AFT singles class. Kopp going way up there by the air fence down here in turns 1 and 2. Squaring off the corner, shooting off the bottom of the racetrack in turn number 2. And it goes way up the racetrack down here in 3 and 4, grabbing a handful. White flag is out for your defending champion of the Parts Limited AFT singles class. But his teammate has the quick time. Max Whale, 19.735 for Max Whale. The 2 Red Bull KTMs come out firing, and they're up front and fast in a hurry. Maxwell had a terrible race the last round up there in Middletown, New York. Actually had to get off in one of the early races and came back and still finished last in that race. So he's looking to rebound. He was in second in the point standings. Now he's sitting back there in 7th. Maxwell from Koondoo, Australia has the quick time so far in this practice session. 19.735. Cody Kopp is second, 19.758. Trevor Bruner, that's Blackjack on the 21, 19.896. Trent Lowe, 19.909 is 4th. And Chase Sadoff from Hillsboro, Illinois on the 88 is 5th. And group number 2 is already rolling onto the racetrack. We'll have 2 groups today in your Parts Limited AFT singles class. There's the 75, Taryn Santero. Looks like he's got some bright new leathers out there. Santero on the 75, Hunter Bauer on the 24. Logan Eisenhard from Pennsylvania on the 166. Declan Bender from Illinois on the 216. Landon Smith is the 117. Jordan Jean 56. Clark Morian is up there on the 133. 55 Tyler Raggio. 155 Olin Kistler. 186 Jacob Bandicoid, turned pro halfway through the season. 157 Ian Wolf. 270 is Jess Reynolds. She's from Pennsylvania. 14, Damon Ream from New York. 112, Aiden Brown from Kentucky. 149 is Birdsong from Kansas. And 66, that's Freight Train, Logan McGrain from nearby Pennsylvania. We're just across the Delaware River from Philadelphia. 75 looks pretty strong out there today. Taryn Santero with those brand new leathers. Santero riding for Vincent Construction, Eric Hoyt, P&M Motorcycles. Grabbing a handful. I talked to his dad earlier today. I said, how you feel about the high banks? He says, haven't been on one in a long time, so you got to get it figured out early. Santero looks pretty comfortable. He's right now 15th quick. Hunter Bauer is 19th quick on the 24 Big R Racing, Little Deb Racing Honda. 55 Raggio is on the racetrack. He has moved up the leaderboard a little bit to 18th, make that 17th on that last lap. Raggio on the Yamaha. Looks like Santero's catching up to one of the back markers of the back of the pack. White flag is out. Look at the marbles up here against the front straightaway wall. They're getting right up against the wall here on the front side. Looks like catching up to Birdsong on the 149. He's got a brand new hairdo, as does Cody Kopp. The rocking blonde hair this weekend. I don't know if they had a sale or what was going on, but they both have bright blonde hair now. Santero looks like he's feeling really good. He got the checkered flag. He puts his hand down, lets the 149 go on by. Birdsong not in the top 25. He's back there actually in 31st. Maxwell quickest in this first round of practice. Take a look at a replay from just a few moments ago. Terrence Santero, the 75, getting it really sideways, hanging onto it, kind of bouncing around just a little bit. Here the back end's trying to step out, use a little body English right there to keep it pointed the right direction. Then he grabs a handful right here on the rubber, going down, coming off of 4, and that front straightaway wall comes up quick. That was group number 2 of your Parts Limited AFT singles. Up next, Royal Enfield Build, Train, Race program. They'll bring them around. These are all lady riders. They build and maintain their motorcycles. They'll bring them around. They'll get a practice start to get to see the light for the first time here tonight. The 10 is Morgan Monroe. 17, Kinsey Luker. 08, Zaria Martins. 81, McKenna Hyatt. Shasta LaRue's on the 67. Anna Serena's on the 800. Morgan Pillar's on the 156 from Wisconsin. Justine Marsh, 182. Mia Reese is on the 15. Mariah Hummer's on the 07. And Aaron Ferris on that 909. 11 total riders making the trip out here to New Jersey. This is for them to see the light over here on the inside of the racetrack. There's a red, 2 yellows, and a green. It is a practice start. Big P is our official flagman. The assistant right there, we're holding that yellow flag up. That is Raymond Rizzo. He is our racing chaplain. When he steps out of the way, they will send him out. They're just showing him the light. So they know how the lighting system works since they don't race with us every week like the rest of the American flat track classes do. Again, this is just a little practice start right here. There goes Morgan Monroe on the 10. Zaria Martin's on the 08. Morgan's from Michigan on that number 10 bike. Zaria is from Wisconsin on the 08. The 17, Kinsey Luker from California. These are INT 650 Royal Enfields. You build them yourself, you dial them up, dress them up however you want to, and you can go out there and get your own sponsors if you want to help maintain these motorcycles and do different things to them. It's like a little bit of a different paint job on Morgan. She goes way up the racetrack. If you go to the high line, there's no room for error. So if you get too high, you get into that air finch pretty quickly. Heard one of them on the rev limiter pretty hard. There goes Kinsey Luker on the 17, Andrew Luker's wife. Zaria Martin's chasing her down on the 08. Zaria's still looking for her first win in the Royal Enfield Build, Train, Race program. It's coming. She's getting faster every time she gets on that motorcycle. Fast lap so far is the 10. Morgan Monroe, 22.548 here in this practice session. Practice 1 for the Royal Enfields. There's 11 bikes, so they're all out there on the racetrack right now. Hooligans will be up next. Grand National Hooligan Championship Series. They go by Mariah Hummer on the 07. Zaria looks like she's feeling more and more comfortable up to the high line. Just gets right off the groove coming up there off of turn number 4 as they go by the 15 of Mia Reese. Bright blue leathers. Zaria Martin's is 3rd. Shasta LaRue's up there fast as Shasta on the 67. Aaron Ferris up there in 5th on the 909. White flag is out. There's the 17 coming to the checkered flag. Morgan Monroe's going to be fastest. She gets down to the 21s on that last lap for the number 10 bike. 21.948 in this first round of practice for the Royal Enfield Build, Train, Race program. The next time they come out will be qualifying. And then after that, they'll have a heat race and one main event for the Royal Enfield Build, Train, Race ladies. There goes Kinsey Luker. Got a pop of bud on the back of her leathers. I believe that's the reason she runs the number 17. Bikes pulling off the racetrack. Up next is your Grand National Hooligan Championship Series. 12 total entries here today. See, there's a little bitty short track in the infield of this racetrack. We're on the half mile, the High Bank half mile. Onto the track they go. The 18 is Sean Bear from Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania. 26, Ben Ludlow from Quakertown, Pennsylvania on the Triumph. Bear on a BMW. Bob Reese on the 143s on a Yamaha. All the rest of them on Harley-Davidsons. The 64, Georgie Price. 73, Shane Livingston. 76, Kevin Maloney Jr. 82s, Bo Woodrick. 84, Andy Moreno Jr. on the Maroney's Harley-Davidson entry. 88's the Rocket, Ron Wood. 312, Brian Ames. 421, Frank DeSantis. And the 660, Eric. We'll have to work on this last name. Jurjevic. We'll go with that. On the number 660 bike, new name for us. This is your Grand National Hooligan Championship Series. The red number plates are riders from the East Coast. They're just showing them the lights right now. 64, he's ready to go. That was Georgie Price. Here we go. Again, they just want to show them the lights and how they work, and since these riders don't ride with us all the time. Listen to that BMW. F800 tandem twin. Take a little different paint job on that tail section now, but he's got some wheel spin on the 18. Sean Bear. Bear Racing Products. Henry's BMW. Carnes Performance on the sponsor list for the 18. Used to be national number 32. Rode the series with us for quite a while. Won the race a couple weeks ago up in Middletown, New York. 21.06 for the first lap for Sean Bear. The Rocket, Ron Wood, 21.09. Not too far off. Sean Bear, Ron Wood, Shane Livingston, Kevin Maloney, Andy Moreno up there in 5th. There's the Rocket, Ron Wood. Used to be national number 88. Ran this series with us for quite a few years. His daughter sang the national anthem for us 2 weeks ago up in New York. Ron Wood on a Harley-Davidson Sportster. Use the banking, go up, square off the corner, come off the bottom of turn number 2. Fastest lap was the first lap out by Sean Bear, 21.06. Now Ron Wood at 21.09. Not too far off. Livingston, Maloney, Georgie Price up there in the 5th position. I'll have to see if that's the Buick Georgie Price or the Cadillac. Might be Georgie Price Jr. Try to find that out for you. There's Andy Moreno with Maroney's Harley-Davidson colors. Moreno's up there 6th quick so far in this practice session. Checkered flag is out for the Grand National Hooligan Championship Series. 1 round of practice for the Hooligans, just like the Royal Enfield Build Train Race program. Beautiful day up here in New Jersey. There's a look at the Delaware River just behind us, depending on where you're sitting. They'll pull off the racetrack. That was round 1 of practice for all 4 classes that are running here today. Lots going on back there in the midway. Stop by and see what's going on. There's a band playing. There's some really cool motorcycles on display back there as well. And also don't forget to get your tickets to get a Nikki Hayden helmet, a replica helmet, and some race-worn gloves signed by Nikki Hayden. That's going on from Back on Track, the charity. All of the money goes to help out riders who get injured in the sport of flat track. That's right, a Nikki Hayden Laguna helmet and a race-worn gloves. There they are. They're being raffled off here today. One lucky winner will take that Nikki Hayden replica helmet home and the race-worn and signed gloves that he won the AMA Supersport race with and signed those gloves. So those are being raffled off from Back on Track. Get them while you can. Get your raffle tickets. That is going away tonight here after, I believe, the Hooligan main event. We'll draw the winner of that. Again, the proceeds go to help out Back on Track, a charity that helps out riders get hurt in the sport of flat track racing, whether it's amateurs, pros, or vintage. Once again, welcome out here to New Jersey. The drag specialties, Bridgeport Half-Mile. There's Philadelphia in the background, just on the other side of the Delaware River. Look at that. Beautiful. We'll take a quick break. We come back, second round of practice for your Mission Super Twins. I'm Scotty Dubler. We'll be right back to New Jersey.
On Sunday, August 6th, Progressive American Flat Track rocks the world-famous Sturgis Motorcycle Rally with the Black Hills Half-Mile.
We're ready to go racing. Massive championship implications here.
Don't miss the most exciting motorcycle racing in the world at the biggest motorcycle rally in the world. The championship battle heats up at the Black Hills Half-Mile on Sunday, August 6th. Get your tickets now at AmericanFlatTrack.com. The Loyal
Riders, let your queries be known.
Yeah, hi. Instead of letting passengers wrap their arms around us, can we put little handles on our jackets?
Deny.
Can you imagine?
I want a new nickname. Can you guys start calling me Snake?
No, Brian.
Denied.
How about we all get quotes to see if we can save with America's #1 motorcycle insurer?
Approved.
Cool. Hey, if Brian's not going to be Snake, can I be Snake?
No.
VP Racing Fuels. No matter what motorcycle you race or ride, amateur or pro, we have a fuel to make more power. Keep your bike running cool with VP Stay Frosty Coolin', available in 2 formulas: race ready, designed to be glycol free and track approved, and high performance with freeze protection for street applications. Visit vpracingfuels.com to learn more.
Mobile View has been providing state-of-the-art LED video screens to sporting and special events throughout the U.S. and Canada since 1999. We use our vast experience of thousands of events to help guide the process of finding the right size screen to help make your event a memorable experience for your fans and sponsors.
SBS is the official brake sponsor of Progressive American Flat Track, your single source of brake components for motorcycles, ATVs, and UTVs in racing, off-road, and for street use. Try the improved brake performance of the all-new SBS Better Brake Series. Find the brake pads, rotors, and clutch kits that match your bike on sbsbrakes.com. There's a reason why SBS is the preferred choice of street kings and race champions alike. Go ahead. Once again, for the 2023 season, all Progressive American Flat Track classes are running the race-proven DT4 tire from Dunlop. Designed for pro and amateur riders alike, the DT4 has multiple compound options, an aggressive tread pattern, and can be run tubeless for greater overall performance. Dunlop, the official tire of Progressive American Flat Track. Brought to you by Yamaha. On the track, on the trail, or out on the open road, check out Yamaha's full line of class-defining, adventure-seeking motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-side vehicles at YamahaMotorsports.com. Al Lamb's Dallas Honda is proud to sponsor the Singles Challenge. No holds barred, winner takes all dash for cash. The payout? A cool $2,500. Al Lamb's Dallas Honda. Riding red since 1977. DallasHonda.com. Progressive is proud to be America's #1 motorcycle insurer, protecting 1 out of every 3 insured riders. And they also offer coverage for your boat, RV, and other adventure vehicles. Quote motorcycle insurance online in as little as 3 minutes or bundle your insurance together today.
Parts Unlimited, the people behind We Support the Sport, welcome you to this high-action event. We are proud to join with race fans everywhere in working to ensure that our sport gets bigger and more exciting each season. And you too can support the sport by visiting your local dealer who stocks products from Parts Unlimited. They've got the very best in high-performance parts and accessories and the best support network in the business. Parts Unlimited. We support the sport.
When you think of a ride, you think of quality.
When it comes to hitting the ground and protecting your head, I wouldn't wear anything else.
The design of it is round and smooth, so when you're rolling through the dirt, your helmet doesn't catch the dirt and hurt your neck. Safety in flat track and motorsports in general is probably the biggest concern. Obviously, we're all here to win. At the end of the day, we're all concerned about our well-being, and for that, you want to have the best gear on, you know, and for me, a ride's the best choice.
Rev up to get fueled by mission as the world's most extreme dirt track riders and tastiest products come together to fuel your flavor. Fully loaded tacos, fast wraps, piled high nachos. Whatever you crave, Mission will help you be race ready with easy-to-make recipes that will take your race day to the finish line. Keep your racing delicious and enjoy all the mouth-watering action. Brought to you by Mission Foods. Too fast, too tasty.
Advanced robotics. Experienced physicians. When it comes to minimally invasive surgery, we don't play around.
On Sunday, August 6th, Progressive American Flat Track rocks the world-famous Sturgis Motorcycle Rally with the Black Hills Half-Mile.
We're ready to go racing. Massive championship implications here.
Don't miss the most exciting motorcycle racing in the world at the biggest motorcycle rally in the world. The championship battle heats up at the Black Hills Half-Mile on Sunday, August 6th. Get your tickets now at AmericanFlatTrack.com.
And welcome back to the Drag Specialties Bridgeport Half-Mile, just on the other side of the Delaware River from Philadelphia. Beautiful day for some motorcycle racing out here on the Fast Half-Mile. 4 classes racing with us here tonight. And we're at the Kingdom of Speed is what they call the racetrack. And take a look at your Parts Limited AFT singles class. Cody Kopp way out in front now with 6 wins on the season. He is the #1 rider in the country because he is your defending champion. Chase Sadoff moved up to 2nd place after a DNF hurt his chances earlier in the season. 21, Trevor Bruner is up there in 3rd. So we got KTM, a Honda, and a Yamaha 1, 2, and 3. The Yamaha teammate up there in 4th, Tom Drain. 5th is the 48, Trent Lowe. 6th is Dalton Gauthier. 7th is Max Whale. Morgan Mishler is 8th. James Ott and his teammate round out your top 10, the 49 of Chad Coase. Here is a look at the track from the drone. Flat straightaways. Long, kind of long straightaways. If you diamond the corner, you can make them really long straightaways. And then a very high bank corner. This is turn number 3. You can see you go up the racetrack and square off the corner. Looks like that's what most of the riders are doing, coming off the bottom of the racetrack. This is the front straightaway right here, going down into turn number 3. I'm sorry, turn number 1. I got all confused. I got dizzy on that one. All right, let's take a look at your Mission Super Twins point standings out here. Jared Meese, 7 wins on the season, takes the points lead for the first time of the year after the last race 2 weeks ago. Now Jared Meese with 257. But Mr. Consistency, Dallas Daniels up there 2nd with 255 with 3 wins on the season. He has not finished off the podium yet this year. Briar Bauman on the brand new KTM team is up there 3rd on the 3 bike with 1 win on the season. JD Beach also has 1 win. He is in 4th. So we got an Indian, a Yamaha, a KTM, your top 3. Another Yamaha in 4th. Davis Fisher holding strong right there in 5th on his Indian. And you got Brandon Robinson 6th, Jared Vandekoy 7th, Bronson Bauman on his KTM 8th, Kobe Carlisle on a Yamaha 9th, and Ben Lau, the Holly Hot Rod, is 10th in the point standings. That is your Mission Super Twins. This is round number 13 here tonight of the 18-race series. Next weekend, we roll down to Thunder Valley, Peoria, Illinois. And if you're going to Peoria, check out Peoria Speedway on Friday night. A very fast little short track, the prelude to the National. There's the look from up above, the Progressive Skycam. Pits are outside of turn number 1 and 2. When the pits open a little bit later on at 6:35, the pits will be open for all you fans to go down there and check them out. That's 6:35 to 7:25. Stop by the marketplace down here behind the grandstands. Grab yourself something to get signed, and then head on down there and meet your favorite riders. Again, the open pit area, 6:35 to 7:25. And speaking of stuff to get signed, There it is, the Nikki Hayden replica helmet and some Nikki Hayden race-worn gloves. It is 2 different raffles. I thought they were going together. It is 2 different raffles, so you got to tell the folks which one you want. You want the gloves or do you want the helmet? Buy your raffle tickets from Back on Track. They're available right here, and those 2 prizes will go to lucky winners today right here at the Bridgeport Half-Mile. Drag Specialties, the title sponsor. The bikes are starting to roll over here into staging. They got a long way to get all the way around to get onto the racetrack. And again, you enter the racetrack halfway down the back straightaway, and that's where you exit the racetrack. There's the Mission tent, right where the bikes are filing in line over here. Mission Super Twins will be up first. Again, they will come out according to their point standings. The 1 bike, that is your defending champ. He has won 8 championships with the American Flat Track, looking for his 9th. Jared Meese is on the 1. He's originally from Pennsylvania. Now he lives in Sebastian, Florida. 32, Dallas Daniels from Mattoon, Illinois. The 3 is Briar Bauman. He is originally from Salinas, California. He does reside in Pennsylvania now. 95, J.D. Beach from Philpott, Kentucky. 67, Davis Fisher from Warren, Oregon. 44 is Brandon Robinson. He's originally from Pennsylvania. He lives down in Florida now as well. 20 bike, Jared Vandekoy from Ohio. 37 is Bronson Bauman from California. Now lives in Illinois. 36, Colby Carlisle, the Flying Tomatoes from Canandaigua, New York. 25, Ben Lau, the Holly Hot Rod, is from Michigan. The 10 of Johnny Lewis, originally from Pennsylvania. He also has moved to Florida. In the 62, it's the brand new dad, Dan the Man, Dan Bromley on the 62 Yamaha. Looks like we're waiting on the 1 bike, and he's pulling up right now. Bikes are staged way back over here outside of turn number 2. And you can see the tech officials actually checking the fuel. They check different things every time they go out onto the racetrack. Sometimes it's fuel, sometimes it's the tires. Sometimes they take the rear wheel off and check the weight of the rear wheels. Make sure everybody is legal. And they're sending them around. Again, they come out according to their point standings. That might not be how they get there when they go down this long pit road before they make their way onto the racetrack. The drone's going to follow them around. Here they come, the Progressive Sky Cam. There's so the old grandstands. And they'll enter the racetrack right over here, about halfway down the back straightaway. Mission Super Twins, sponsored by S&S Cycle. Here they come. Round 2 of practice, Mission Super Twins. This time around, they'll get a practice start, just like we did a few moments ago for the Royal Enfield Build Train Race Program and for the Hooligans. Stopping back there. Looks like they're stopping them at least 1 row back. Yeah, it's a good chance to get a practice start since we've never been here before. We've been doing that at all the rounds, though. 23 total entries. We'll take 6 out of each of the heat races, 6 out of the last chance qualifier. There goes the 1, Jared Meese, your new points leader. The 3 of Briar Bauman on the KTM. So here's a KTM 790 Duke. Daniels gets really close to the wall coming off of turn number 2. Briar scoring off the corner. Briar Bauman on the 3 bike right here. That's a KTM. Dallas Daniels dives in low inside his teammate on the 95. We go back to the 3 of Briar Bauman. Looks like he's really riding the motorcycle out there hard. Briar in the 3. There's Dallas Daniels. Gets it pretty sideways right in the middle of 3 and 4. Gets it pointed the right direction. You point and shoot. Try to make that straightaway longer. Bronson gets really sideways coming off of 4, and Johnny Lewis almost gets into the rear end of the number 10 bike. Bronson pulls out of the way. Maybe had an issue over there in turn number 3 and 4. There's a look at the Estenson Yamahas. Looks like the 95 has more corner speed right there in the middle of 3. But the Dallas Daniels gets off of 4 a little bit quicker. Meese has quick time so far in this practice session, 19.804. Briar was quickest in the first round. Johnny Lewis run the bottom of the racetrack on the number 10 Royal Enfield, powered by Moto Anatomy, powered by Royal Enfield, number 10. 19.804. The only bike in the 19-second range right now is Jared Meese. Breyer with a 20.024, not too far off. So 19.694 is fastest for Breyer in the first round. A 19.804 fastest so far here in round number 2, but it's Jared Meese. Checkered flag is out. 19.804, so the track's slowed down by about 1/10 of a second. Not too bad. I think we'll get faster as the night goes on. Let's put some more rubber down. Group 2 will be up next. 109, Billy Ross, coming off his career best finish. He's on a Kawasaki. 61, Casey Sisko from Indiana on a Harley-Davidson. 34, Cameron Smith from Pennsylvania on a Yamaha. 94, Ryan Wells on the Royal Enfield. He is from Albion, New York. 17, Henry Wiles from Wynn, Michigan on the Indian. 47, Michael Hill on a Kawasaki. He's from the Pacific Northwest. Brandon Price all in on the 92 Yamaha, making the switch over to ride with Dan Bromley on that team for this week. 96, Cody Johncox from Attica, New York, is also on a Yamaha. 77, Jordan Harris from Pennsylvania on a KTM. 22 is Mitch Harvat from Bangor, Pennsylvania on a Kawasaki. And Garrett Wilson is on that 16 bike. Only about the second time we have seen Garrett this season. Used a provisional 2 weeks ago to get into the main event. You see the 92, Brandon Price has a nice Maryland flag inside his numbers. There's Henry Wiles. Bet he's excited to be going back to Peoria next weekend. Billy Ross takes off first into the first corner. Last group, second round of practice for your Mission Super Twins. Quick time so far in practice, 19.8. The jammer, Jared Meese. A lot of rubber going down, especially coming off of turn number 4. Mother Nature put a lot of moisture on the racetrack just 2 days ago. There's actually a lot of puddles back here in the pit area. That's how much she watered the racetrack. Wiles is going all over the racetrack looking for a quick way around. Looks like he had his rear tire squatting just a little bit, trying to get traction. Now he squares off the corner and goes in low down here in turns 1 2. Jordan Harris just about ran into the back end of the 17 bike. Harris on the 17, Ryan Barnes Racing, Schaefer's Motorsports KTM. Looks like he's got a hand guard on that right side. Coming up the inside of Henry Wiles, makes the pass. Wiles looks over his shoulder, says, who else is coming through? Henry Wiles trying to separate himself from everybody else. It's got Indian, KTM, Indian, Yamaha. The top 4. Robinson on a Indian in 5th. Billy Ross on a Kawasaki up there 6th. Wiles is back in 18th, so something doesn't feel good right now for the 17 bike. About his 3rd effort with this team. Grumpy Old Men Racing. Johnny Goad, the mechanic. Russ Briggs, the owner. BriggsAuto.com. Different colors beside the numbers on the speed chart over here. Let you know what kind of motorcycle they're on. Jordan Harris lets the 17 go back by on the inside. Practice group number 2 here in this second round of practice. Mission Super Twins. Checkered flag is out. Billy Ross up to 6th quick here in this second group. Harvitt on the 22 up to 10th quick. For your Mitch Harvitt, the mower on the Kawasaki. 23 entries in your Mission Super Twins. 18 of them make the main event. We'll shift gears to your Parts Limited AFT singles. They're already rolling up to the racetrack right now. They're ready to go. They'll bring them around, get a little practice start. The 1 is Cody Kopp from Micah, Washington. 88, Chase Sadoff from Hillsboro, Illinois. 21, Trevor Bruner from Aurora, Indiana. 59, Tom Drain from Australia. 48, Trent Lowe from Guilford, Indiana. 79, Dalton Gauthier from Pine Grove, Pennsylvania, now lives in Florida. 18, Max Whale from Kundu, Australia. 13, Morgan Mishler from Wisconsin. 19, James Ott from California. And his teammate, the 49, Chad Coase, also from California. 82, Travis Pettin. another California rider. 52, Shanna Texter-Bauman from Pennsylvania. 26, Aiden Roos Evans from Illinois. 51, that's Cole Zabala, also from Illinois. 63, Jared Lowe from Guilford, Indiana. 91, Justin Jones from New York. Those are the bikes on the racetrack. It's group number 1, Parts Unlimited AFT Singles, sponsored by Kicker. Get a little practice start right here, and they'll take off. Progressive Skycam chasing them through turns 1 and 2, off the banking onto the flat, back straightaway. There's Kopp out in front. Quickest in that, no, he was second quick in the first round of practice. His teammate, the 18 of Maxwell, was fastest. Second round of practice is what we're looking at. Oh, Kopp goes down, the leader. Our points leader throws it away going into turn number 3. Kopp is underneath part of the air fence. There goes part of his, looks like part of the helmet. The side piece of the helmet possibly came off. The bike is underneath the motorcycle. As a red flag comes out, the defending champ throws it away in turn number 3, trying to get his bike out from underneath the air fence, and he gets it gathered up, trying to put the bike back together. Steve Moorhead, the Finley Flyer, over there to check it out. Piece of the helmet down there on the ground, it looks like. So the defending champ throws it down for the first time this season. I'll stop everybody else over here halfway down the back straightaway. Cody Kopp, 7 wins this season, I believe 6 wins. Throws it down here in turn number 3. Just threw it away, low side, and then slid up underneath the air fence. You see our doctors are there, paramedics are there as well. Here's a look at it. Just gets in hot. The back end's kind of hopping. It just kind of steps out, and his right foot comes off the foot peg, and you're just along for the slide at that point. You try to usually grab the clutch, and he backs on into the air fence. Oh, it's the diffuser on the back of the helmet that pops off of the helmet, and then the back end came around, and right there at the last second, the front end comes around, and that is why right there we have the air fence in the high impact zones, and everybody else does a great job of avoiding the down rider, and he's taking that bike back to the pit area. So no times will be recorded for this second round of practice for the 1, Cody Kopp. Here comes everybody else rolling around. We'll see if they stop on the front straightaway, just send them on through. Here they come. They're going to let them go on by. 21, Bruner goes out in front. Blackjack on the 21. Right behind him, Maxwell was fastest in that first round of practice. So Cody Kopp will be watching this round from the pit area. I was talking about our medics. There are paramedics here with us. And there's also our traveling doctor that goes through all the rounds, Kevin. Sports doctor. Bruner looks pretty good on the 21 bike. Maxwell right behind him. There's Tom Drain. Here comes the 79 Dalton Gauthier. This racetrack should be really good for the 79 bike, Dalton Gauthier, trying to get his season turned back around. He's up there second in the points for quite a while. Now he's all the way back to 6th. D&D certified motorcycle, KTM, powered by Vance and Hines. Shanna Texter-Bauman up to 6th on the 52. Just as I say that, drops down to 7th as Chad Coase bumps up to 3rd quick on the 49 bike. Tom Drain goes up to 6th on that lap. Looking for the traction. A little bit of a bump where the opening on the back straightaway is. They kind of upset the suspension just a little bit. So everybody goes on and off the racetrack. It's understandable. Drain sneaking up the inside, looking for 2nd place on the racetrack, getting by Maxwell, who was fastest in that first round of practice. Bruner 20.009, just about 20 seconds flat for Bruner on the Yamaha. Again, no time will be recorded for Cody Kopp. He's back there in the pits watching. His mechanic, Andrew Butler, is not here. He's got a different mechanic that's helped out before on test days. And of course, he's got Joe Kopp back there in his corner. Checkered flag is out for Bruner. 2:0.009, just about a 20-second flat time for Bruner. His teammate Tom Drain, 2:0.127. Chad Kose up there on the Husqvarna is third. Sadoff fourth. Dalton Gauthier fifth. That was group number one. Parts Unlimited AFT singles. One more group to go for your singles riders. .32 total entries in the singles class. The fastest 18 will make the main event. Here at our first time ever at the Bridgeport Half-Mile. 75 will lead him out, Terrence Santero. 24 is Hunter Bauer from Canada. Santero from California. 166, Logan Eisenhardt from Pennsylvania. He's our Rookie of the Year leader. 216, Declan Bender from Illinois. 117, Landon Smith from Florida. 56, Jordan Jean from Michigan. Clark Morey in the fifth on the 133. He is from Pennsylvania. 55, Tyler Raggio from California. 155, Olin Kistler from the Pacific Northwest. 186, Jacob Vandekoy from Ohio. 157, Ian Wolf from Ohio. 270, Jess Reynolds. She's from Pennsylvania. 14, Damon Reeve from New York. 112, Aiden Brown from Kentucky. 149, Tragan Birdsong from Kansas. And the 66, Logan McGrain from Pennsylvania. That is group number two. Parts Unlimited AFT singles. Aiden Brown's going to take him into the first corner. He's still looking for his first ever main event to qualify into. Declan Bender jumps in right behind him on the 216. He's made about 4 or 5 so far this year. Santero's deep in the field on the 75 bike. He's stuck back in some traffic. Declan Bender makes the pass around the 112 of Aiden Brown. Will lead him into turn number one. Second round of practice for your Parts Limited AFT singles on the racetrack. Royal Enfield's up next for qualifying. Look at this big pack of riders right here going into one. Stacking them up, looks like about 3 or 4 Hondas all together. Hanging on to it. Santero right there in the middle of the mix, just about hits the back straightaway wall, the big tall rider, number 75. KTM right there, and a whole bunch of Hondas chased them. 75 Santero up to 12th quick. Shannon Sexter-Bauman was in that first group. She's 11th. There's the 166, Logan Eisenhardt. Back there in 24th quick here in this second round of practice. Santero gets through all those riders, so he's the only one making some passes right now in this big group. He's up to 12th quick here in this second round of practice. There he is, 75. Checkered flag is out. Got those brand new leathers. Hopefully you threw them on the ground back there in the pit area. That's what we all used to do when you got new leathers. I'll make sure they got dirty by themselves. Just throw them on the ground, maybe step on them. That way they get broken in quickly. Hunter Bauer is the quickest one on the racetrack. The 24 up to 10th quick, 2:0.386. Santero got up to 12th on the 75 bike. Up next, the Royal Enfield Build Train Race Program. All the ladies will be coming out. 11 total riders. This is their qualifying. They get 1 round of qualifying, then they'll have 1 heat race and 1 main event. The 10, Morgan Monroe. 17, Kenzie Luker. 8, Zaria Martins. That's 0-8. 81, McKenna Hyatt. 67, Shasta LaRue. 800, Anna Serena. 156 is Morgan Pillar. She's from Milwaukee. 182, Justine Marsh. 15, Mia Reese from Woodstock, Illinois. 07, Mariah Hummer from Fort Collins, Colorado. And the 909, Erin Ferris, and she's from Puyallup, California. Here they come. They're going to send them on around. There they go. This is their qualifying effort, Q1 for the Build Train Race Program. How they qualify will be how they start their heat race. And how they finish their heat race will be how they start their main event. Morgan Monroe up there from Michigan. There goes Kinsey Luker on the 17. Shasta's right there on the 67, the bright pink wheels, and like her steel shoes, got a 67 on the toe. Side by side behind Shasta, the 08. Oh, the 08's up there in second. Oh, that's 08 Zaria Martins. There goes Kinsey Luker's finding the groove up here. Is tracked down the leader. Kinsey Luker, quick time, 2:1.677. The 17 bike, quickest one on the racetrack right now. Catching up to one of the back markers. Here comes Morgan. She goes up the racetrack. Kinsey's going to square off the corner down here in 3 and 4. Kinsey's up the inside. Whoa, a little contact. Watch out. They on the front straightaway. They touch coming off of turn number 4. All the ladies keeping on 2 wheels. Here comes the 17 and the 10. Shasta on the 67 bike. There's Hyatt on the 81. Kinsey Luker, 2:1.677. Let's take a look at the replay. Down here in turn number 4, I don't think Morgan knew the 17 was, oh, the 17 got it sideways and comes up the racetrack. That was not Kinsey's fault or Morgan's fault. That was just a pure racing incident right there. But 17, the back end starts coming around and upsets the front end, and she lets off and goes up the racetrack and touches the 10. These ladies have their hands full out here. Kinsey Luker, 2:1.677. Morgan just turns her fastest lap on the 10. Now she has somebody to chase after, and that's definitely easier when you have somebody to gauge off of and see where they're riding, see how fast they're going in the corner. Morgan's closing in on the 17. Here they come off of turn number 4. Coming this way. The 17 makes a bobble. Checkered flag is out. These ladies are going for it. Kinsey's fastest lap, the 2:1.677 for the number 17 bike. 2:1.677. She's won 1 race so far. They're talking it over down the back straightaway, and there's a little high five right there. That got a little scary for just a second. Again, it looked like the 17 bike, the rear end started coming around just a little bit, and then that upsets the front end. She has to let off the throttle and gets into the 10 bike. Morgan Moreau, I don't think Morgan knew she was coming, but taking them back to the pit area. Up next, Grand National Hooligan Championship Series, 12 total entries. They will all make it into a heat race, and they'll all make it out of the heat race into the main event. 18 will lead them out. Sean Bear, 660. 660, Eric Jurovic. We'll go with that. 73 is Shane Livingston. 76 is Maloney. 88, the Rocket Ron Wood. 26 is Ben Ludlow on that Triumph. 84, Andy Moreno Jr. 82 is Woodrick. 143 is Bob Reese. 312 is Ames. 421 DeSantis. 64 is Georgie Price. Those are the bikes on the racetrack. Last group here of our hooligans. This is actually their qualifying session right here. We'll take a break after this one. Hopefully my headset will be working. Ralph's been over here just having a good time, spectating. Uh-oh, the 18 having an issue. That's Sean Bear. That's good news for everybody else. Bad news for the 18 bike. Bear's going to take it back to the pit area. I know where Ralph's been. He went over there and bought raffle tickets. He wants that Nikki Hayden helmet. That's where Ralph's been. Yeah, he already bought his raffle tickets. You can see a little bit of smoke coming out of the 18 bike. That's bad. Bad news for him. Good news for everybody else. He's going to take it back to the pit area. No, he's on the racetrack. I think smoking a little bit, Sean. He's just trying to see if it's going to get going, clean it out. So that leaves the 76 of Kevin Maloney with the quick time. 20.946 out here for the number 76 bike. That leaves Ron Wood in second on the 88, 21.296. Man, he come back with all kinds of stickers. Man, he had a good day going through the pit area. Got some AFT cups. Georgie Price up there to third on the 64 bike. There's the quick time so far right here. Kevin Maloney on the number 76. What, is that the bottomless bag over here, Ralph? He just, all kinds of good stuff. Get you buy your back on track tickets. They give you a little goodie bag. All right, keychains, lanyards. White flag is out for the 76. Kevin Maloney, 20.798. Quickest lap. It's actually faster than Ron Wood was running in his first round of practice. This is qualifying for your Grand National Hooligan Championship Series. Here comes the quick time so far. 76, Kevin Maloney. 76 bike. No hometown is listed here on our entry form. Checkered flags coming out here. They all come across the line. Georgie Price on the 64. I believe that's the Cadillac, not the Buick Georgie Price. I'm going to go find that out here as soon as I get a break from where I'm at. I'm going to check that out. And that is going to be it for your first round of qualifying for your Grand National Hooligan Championship Series. Again, for you folks that are here, open paddock area is scheduled to come at 6:35 to 7:25. You can go in the pit area just outside of turn number 1. Go to the pits and check out what's going on down there. Stop by, get you a souvenir that you can get autographed from your favorite racer. That's, again, 6:35 to 7:25. We have another round of qualifying for the Mission Super Twins Parts Limited AFT Singles. We have a heat race for the Royal Enfields. We have a heat race for the Hooligans coming up. Second round of qualifying for the Mission Super Twins and second round of qualifying for your Parts Limited AFT Singles. That is what is in store on the docket. We are scheduled for opening ceremonies tonight at 7:30. That's East Coast time. At 7:45, the first heat race will fire off the line. There's a bunch of suites upstairs. I'd like to say hello and welcome to all you folks up there in the suites. And also in the grandstands. Behind the grandstands, I was just informed that there is a few really neat motorcycles on display. The Seaboard chapter of the Antique Motorcycle Club of America will put 20 classic motorcycles and 5 noteworthy race bikes are on display back there behind the grandstands. And Ralph said looks really good out here. Looks like Sean Bear's walking his motorcycle back. That'll be the longest walk of the night. Putting a little moisture on the racetrack right now. Round number 13, Progressive American Flat Track. Here's a look from the Progressive Sky Cam. Already 2/3 the way through the season. We leave here. We'll go to Peoria, Illinois next weekend. If you're going to Thunder Valley, be sure and go to the Peoria Short Track next Friday night. The prelude to the National. Next Saturday night, they're racing in Galesburg, Illinois as well. And Sunday, Thunder Valley. Early times, and it's back on a Sunday next weekend. After that, we'll head up to the Sturgis Motorcycle Rally. And we'll be racing at Rapid City, South Dakota on the Sunday matinee show. We'll head out to Castle Rock, Washington, and then the final 2 rounds, Labor Day weekend, Springfield, Illinois, to wrap up the season here in 2023. Speaking of wrapping up, that is it for all the practice for our 2 premier classes. We'll take a quick break, and we come back. Qualifying up next, there's a look at Philadelphia just on the other side of the Delaware River. We'll be back to New Jersey here real soon.
On Sunday, August 6th, Progressive American Flat Track rocks the world-famous Sturgis motorcycle rally with the Black Hills Half-Mile.
We're ready to go racing. Massive championship implications here.
Don't miss the most exciting motorcycle racing in the world at the biggest motorcycle rally in the world. The championship battle heats up at the Black Hills Half-Mile on Sunday, August 6th. Get your tickets now at AmericanFlatTrack.com.
Progressive American Flat Track Championship season.
Kicker Performance Audio. For almost 50 years, we've been rocking the planet with our world-class product covering everything that drives you, whether in your car, truck, boat, motorcycle, side-by-side, or even on your head. Kicker Performance Audio's passion for bringing you your favorite music like you've never heard it before is what drives us. So wherever you need us, Kicker Performance Audio will be there for you.
SBS is the official brake sponsor of Progressive American Flat Track, your single source of brake components for motorcycles, ATVs, and UTVs in racing, off-road, and for street use. Try the improved brake performance of the all-new SBS Better Brake Series. Find the brake pads, rotors, and clutch kits that match your bike on sbsbrakes.com. There's a reason why SBS is the preferred choice of street kings and race champions alike. Go ahead. Super 73 is an American lifestyle adventure brand based in Orange County, California, that develops products to help fuse motorcycle heritage with youth culture. Founded in 2016, Super 73 has quickly grown into one of the most recognizable electric vehicle brands in the world with a passionate customer base, including A-list celebrities, professional athletes, and many more. Klotz Synthetic Lubricants is proud to be the official lubricant of American Flat Track and 8-time AFT national champion Jared Meese. Family owned and made in America since 1959, Klotz has built its reputation by answering the call of racers and performance enthusiasts who won't settle for anything less than superior synthetic lubricants. Racers and performance buffs around the world rely on Klotz to get them to the checkered flag. Order today at klotzlube.com.
KTM, ready to race.
Once again, for the 2023 season, all Progressive American Flat Track classes are running the race-proven DT4 tire from Dunlop. Designed for pro and amateur riders alike, the DT4 has multiple compound options, an aggressive tread pattern, and can be run tubeless for greater overall performance. Dunlop, the official tire of Progressive American Flat Track. Whether amateur or pro, VP has a motorcycle fuel to make more power. Keep your race bike cool with Stay Frosty Race Ready Coolant and high performance formula for your street bike. Learn more at vpracingfuels.com.
Drag Specialties welcomes race fans. At Drag Specialties, our commitment to riding is a way of life. That's why we want to remind you that when you're ready to tackle maintenance or add performance and style to your ride, make your first stop a local dealer who stocks products from Drag Specialties. Drag Specialties. Enjoy the races.
Everything we do at the track shapes what we build for the street and the dirt.
You can see how bad these guys want it. A race to the line.
For us, racing is not for the trophies or the glory. We compete because it makes everything we do faster, more durable, and tested to a higher standard. For S&S, racing is the ultimate in proven performance, and we've been proving it since 1958.
Introducing the all-new 2021 Rebel 1100 from Honda.
Sometimes you just don't need one of these. Sometimes all you really need is one of these. Rent whatever you need from people to do whatever it takes. Go to catrentalstore.com. Let's do the work.
S&S Cycle was born from a passion for racing and has spent over 60 years building high performance for the power sports market. All the while, racing has remained at our core, from the Bonneville Salt Flats to championships in Progressive American Flat Track. S&S is the go-to for high performance on and off the racetrack.
Tom Duma Fine Jewelers is proud to be the official jeweler for our 10th year to Progressive American Flat Track, providing championship rings for each class in 2023. Tom Duma Fine Jewelers wants to be your jeweler. Check us out online for all your jewelry needs, from engagement rings to fashion jewelry to watches, in all price points to fit everyone's budget. Shop like a pro. Shop TDFJ.com. Once again, for the 2023 season, all Progressive American Flat Track classes are running the race-proven DT4 tire from Dunlop. Designed for pro and amateur riders alike, the DT4 has multiple compound options, an aggressive tread pattern, and can be run tubeless for greater overall performance. Dunlop, the official tire of Progressive American Flat Track. Back on Track, a Rookies of 79 501c3 charity, was established in 2009 by former racers to help injured racers get back on the racetrack or the track of life. Assistance is provided to injured racers through our posted schedule of benefits and special fundraising programs, where 100% of your donation goes directly to ease the financial burden from an injury sustained on the racetrack. Please consider supporting injured racers by purchasing a 50/50 ticket at today's event. Check us out on the web at backontrack79.com and donate today. Every donation is tax deductible and will make a difference in an injured racer's life. Rent tools and equipment from more than 70 leading brands, plus the full line of CAT machines, big and small. The right equipment, the right technology, the right team. All right when and where you need it. Visit catrentalstore.com.
Light Shoe has been building quality steel shoes for flat track racers since 1998. They serve the flat track community worldwide, building custom hot shoes to fit individual needs with the rider's unique style in mind. With more than 25 years of experience and a 1-year unconditional guarantee, you'll know you've made the right choice when your foot touches the ground going into turn 1. Join the Light Shoe crew. You'll be glad you did.
When you think of a ride, you think of quality.
When it comes to hitting the ground and protecting your head, I wouldn't wear anything else.
The design of it is round and smooth, so when you're rolling through the dirt, your helmet doesn't catch the dirt and hurt your neck.
Safety in flat track and motorsports in general is probably the biggest concern. Obviously, we're all here to win. At the end of the day, we're all concerned about our well-being, and for that, you want to have the best gear on, you know, and for me, a ride's the best choice.
Let your queries be known.
Yeah, hi. Instead of letting passengers wrap their arms around us, can we put little handles on our jackets?
Denied.
Can you imagine?
I want a new nickname. Can you guys start calling me Snake?
No, Brian.
Denied.
How about we all get quotes to see if we can save with America's #1 motorcycle insurer?
Approved.
Cool. Hey, if Brian's not going to be Snake, can I be Snake?
No.
Rev up to get fueled by mission as the world's most extreme dirt track riders and tastiest products come together to fuel your flavor. Fully loaded tacos, fast wraps, piled high nachos. Whatever you crave, Mission will help you be race ready with easy to make recipes that will take your race day to the finish line. Keep your racing delicious and enjoy all the mouth-watering action. Brought to you by Mission Foods. Too fast, too tasty.
Whether amateur or pro, VP has a motorcycle fuel to make more power. Keep your race bike cool with Stay Frosty Race Ready Coolant and high performance formula for your street bike. Learn more at vpracingfuels.com. Sideburn is the world's finest Go Fast, Turn Left magazine. It's available to buy at Progressive AFT's Marketplace and is the official magazine of Progressive American Flat Track. For more information, visit sideburnmagazine.com.
Advanced robotics. Experienced physicians. When it comes to minimally invasive surgery, we don't play around.
On Sunday, July 30th, Progressive American Flat Track returns to the world-famous SC2 Peoria TT, presented by Country Saloon.
We're ready to go racing. Massive championship implications here.
Meet your favorite riders. Don't miss the SC2 Peoria TT, presented by Country Saloon. Sunday, July 30th at the Peoria Motorcycle Club. Get your tickets now at AmericanFlatTrack.com.
And welcome back to the Drag Specialties Bridgeport Half-Mile. I'm Scotty Dubler. Up here in the booth with me now is Ralph Shaheen. Ralph, welcome to New Jersey.
Yeah, it's good to be here. I'd never been to Bridgeport before, and I was really looking forward to seeing this place.
2 new tracks in a row.
Yeah, back to back. Middletown and here. I like it.
You also went to a new place in London a few weeks ago.
Birmingham. That was new. Aston Villa. That was a new racetrack.
Speaking of something else new, Cody Kopp has a brand new hairdo.
I love it.
Something different.
I love it.
Yeah, he's got a bleached blonde. I asked him if he won the bet or lost the bet. He said, I didn't lose nothing.
He just wanted it.
He wanted something
kind of like when you went with the sun in back in the day.
Yeah, back.
You did the
You had to do that, right? You had the blonde.
Well, you did.
I did. Oh, he's modeling
look at that.
now. Oh, he's been
got
practicing.
the whole hair flipped down. Hey, way to go, champ.
Is he tempting fate now, though? But watch what happened just a few moments ago in practice. The back end just steps out. When that right foot comes off the foot peg, you know you're in trouble. And then he loses the front end. Good thing is he just backs it into the air fence, and that air diffuser pops off the back of his Arai helmet, and he's okay.
Well, I'm not up on my Greek mythology. Was it Hercules that had the haircut, right, and lost all of his strength?
I'm not sure.
Maybe you shouldn't. Samson?
Samson. All right.
Tree
knew that.
I guess that's not Greek mythology if it's Samson. But
there he is.
Anyway, he's young.
Yeah.
He's just having some fun like you were back in the day.
Exactly. You
never did.
You never did.
I
color
never
your
did
hair?
the sun. No, man. No. This is all original factory equipment.
Natural.
Original factory paint. Just a little patina. And since I started working with you, it's a little more patina than I had.
A little bit more than you had.
Yeah.
Exactly. Welcome. Again, that's Ralph Sham, Scotty Dubler, and helping us out this weekend is Hannah Lopez. Our other member is out there doing some X Games.
That's right. Kristen Beed is out west, back at Ventura. She couldn't get enough of that place, and I don't blame her. It was fantastic. Man, I can't wait to go back.
I know.
Every time I see pictures of that place, I go, why are we not racing there every weekend?
Exactly. The stands were packed.
Oh.
Right there at the ocean.
Unbelievable.
Why did you move away from California? I just
That's another conversation. But that's a perfect example of why you want to move to California.
Exactly.
It's just there are things about it can't duplicate anywhere else. But I got to tell you, I was out and I walked around the grandstands a little bit. Not a huge crowd out there yet, but it's still early and it's hot.
Look at all the cars.
It's early and it's hot. I would think, as we get deeper into the afternoon and the sun starts to go down, the temperature does as well, that hopefully we'll get some more people out here. But the folks are really excited about this. Came across a handful of gentlemen that came up to say hi, talked about how much they enjoy our broadcasts and everything. And they're old flat track racers who ran District 6 up here.
Yep, Pennsylvania.
Yep, District 6. My buddy John Jefferson, I believe his name was, I met a little while ago, and talking with him and some of my other buddy Harry out there. Sitting in the grandstands. I'm surprised Harry's not jumping up and down and screaming at the camera right now. If he sees us. He's full of energy. He's got his entire family. He's got 4 generations out here with him.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, there's some really enthusiastic fans. Love flat track racing. Really excited about American Flat Track. being here at Bridgeport, and they're hoping to see some great racing here tonight, as we all are. And I think this could become a real nice stop on their tour on a regular basis.
Yeah, and it worked
American
out.
Flat Track.
You know, just 2 weeks ago, we're just up the road in New York, so not too far away, but it's also not close enough where we're not going to separate the fans. Maybe they can go to both.
Yeah, it's definitely, you can get two different groups here.
Exactly. Look who else we found in the pits.
Oh, there's
Hannah.
This is definitely my first time reporting to the drone, but up above the pits here. Very happy to be back for another weekend, and very grateful to Kristen for the opportunity and trusting me with her microphone and with these riders. Everybody's been so welcoming. So I did check in with Cody Kopp just after that crash, and he said he feels 100% fine. Very rare mistake for him, but he's ready to just put it behind him and focus on what he needs to in order to start off on the right foot tonight.
Our very own Disney princess right there, Hannah Loper.
There she is.
And we'll touch base on that story maybe a little bit later.
Yeah, Hannah does a wonderful job. She's
also figuring out how to go right to the mission tent.
Yeah,
Did
she
you
found the
notice
mission
that?
tent, exactly. And she said blondes had more fun. That, speaking of Cody Kopp, and I was told redheads have more fun, so I don't know.
I don't know.
All right, bikes are rolling on the track. That is something we do know. Mission Super Twin, sponsored by S&S Cycle. This is their qualifying round. Qualifying round number 1. The 1 is Jared Meese. He's out in front. The 32, Dallas Daniels. Meese in the points lead for the first time this season. Brian Bauman on the 3. He's third in the points. 95 is J.D. Beach. 67, Davis Fisher. 44, Brandon Robinson. The 20 bike is Van de Kooi. 37, Bronson Bauman. 36, Kobe Carlisle. 25, Ben Lau. The 10 is Johnny Lewis. And the 62 is Dan Bromley. I like how they're going up the racetrack, Ralph, up by the air fence, and then squaring it off and coming off for the corners down low.
I was talking to Chase Sadoff about that a little while ago, and he said, man, he goes, it's kind of like a bit of a roller coaster. He said, because when you get up there, he goes, you let it eat, and it just runs up that hill. And then when you turn it and you look to come down, you realize how far up the hill you really are.
Right.
And it's a long way back down to the straightaway, which is not perfectly flat, but it's a lot flatter than, say, it was at Cedar Lake.
Yeah, for sure.
But he said, man, you build up a big head of steam
there goes
going down the hill.
Breyer just went in up off the groove. Oh, there you got to slow down. I thought he
JD up the inside.
Yeah, I thought he might have got in there a little bit too hot. But yeah, you definitely go up.
You're up there.
Yeah.
And JD's probably a little bit slower today.
Well, JD actually had a lot of corner speed earlier. Now he's up at the top of the box, just as you say that. 19.7.
Why is he a little slower today?
Why is he a little slower today?
Well, my guess is he's a little heavier. I know I am, because we all ended up at the same Italian restaurant last night. And it was outstanding, and boy, let me tell you, those raviolis,
good,
weighing a little heavy.
Well, they said pasta, you're supposed to eat pasta the day before,
yeah,
so
carb bloating.
Maybe it might be working for JD.
Could be. Yeah, better hope my aunt's not watching her homemade raviolis. She'd be mad at me. But they weren't as good as hers.
Okay, that's a good cover.
But anyway, man, it was some great food. Botas.
Well, thanks for the invite.
Well, you weren't here yet. You were invited.
Oh, okay.
Hannah was there. B. Lockwood, Tree.
Man, the whole gang gets together. The one time I come in late.
Everybody but you.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah. So here we go. Checker flag falls in that first group, and J.D. Beach at the top of the board with a 19.706. Dallas Daniels with a 19.767. Breyer, 19.804. And then Jared Meese with a 19.899. That's your group right now at the top. We'll talk some more about Breyer a little bit later on, but he was telling me they've made some changes to the engine. They've got some new pieces and parts with some help from Wally Brown Racing. They're very excited about, and he was excited to get here to check it out and see how it goes. And it looks to me that 1908, he's right in the thick of things, just a tenth of a second off of JD Beach right now. So maybe Briar Bauman's got the KTM right where he needs to be racy here tonight. Second group coming out now. There's Billy Ross, the 109. Let's keep an eye on Billy and see how he does here. Scotty's getting a new audio box. You can hear things, that's a good sign, and we'll see if he can say something. So let's see what Billy's doing here. 20.312 his last lap. He's gonna have to improve on that. right at you. And 20.4. And we're going red right now. You see the rider down on the front straightaway. Is that Cameron Smith? Can't see the number. The 22, that's Mitch Harvat. Looks like Mitch is up and okay. Let's see, we might have a look at what happened to Mitch. Watch the front straightaway here. Here he comes, losing it in 4, all by himself, it looked like. And basically dribbled the bike down the front straightaway there. And he got up and he ran off the track. That's why we got the red. But he was able to get up. There he is at the back of the grouping right there. And there he is talking to Cameron Smith. Both have some brightly colored leathers. Yeah, Cameron Smith didn't have to go too far for this race. Neighborhood for him. And we released the bikes. Back at it. Now let's focus a little bit on Henry Wiles. The 17 on an Indian. And Henry right now 17th. Let's see what kind of times he can. Boy, they're really coming out far to that wall coming off of 2. Here comes Henry down the hill. And Henry with a timing and scoring not connected. Kind of at a loss there at times right now. Still nothing yet with the timing and scoring as we continue to watch. Oh, now it clicks in as Henry moves up to 10th with a 20.326. Here we go. Billy Ross down in 17th with a 20.5. Track Specialties, the sponsor of the Bridgeport Half-Mile this weekend. Great to have them on board. You back? Hit that button over there.
I'm trying.
There you go.
There we go. Wiles looks a lot better in this round. I don't know. They were making some changes back there in the pit area, Johnny Goad. But how about JD Beach up there at the top spot? 19.706. His teammate 19.767 on a slippery track right now. I was thinking the Indian would have more of the advantage, but it seems like the Yamahas and the KTM right now have it figured out. They're in the top 3 spots of this first round of qualifying. 95, JD Beach. I'm writing it down. 19.706. Just a little bit off of the first round of practice, which was Breyer. There's Cisco, 61, up there in the 18th spot. The only Harley-Davidson that is racing with us this weekend. Did it for Raffle Racing. Checkered flag is out. Big P, the flag man. And the singles start rolling this direction. We got some heat races coming up in just a moment for the Royal Enfields and for the Hooligans, yep. Ralph. So moving right along through the program. Again, the open paddock area is 6:35 until 7:25 for you folks that are here with us. The first time ever, if you've never been to an American Flat Track race, you have the ability to go to the pit area before they start racing, and that's incredible.
It's one of the cool things about the series, being able to get in there and meet the riders, check the bikes out, talk to mechanics a little bit, maybe get an autograph, your favorite rider.
Mm-hmm. 32
There's some merchandise for sale in the pit area as well.
Yeah, 32 total singles have joined us out here today. Here comes group number one. Again, this is qualifying. The way they qualify from round one or round two will get them into a heat race. Out of the heat race, we'll take the top 6. And also, they're racing for the fast qualifier gets $500 for the Pronto Parts Plus Pole Award, and that's a lot of money. Cody Kopp goes right back out in front. He missed that last round after going down in turn number 3. Bruner.
Boy, Bruner's pushing him hard here, isn't he? Look on the bottom, coming after him. He's going to get past him and move away. Obviously,
that
doesn't really mean anything right now.
That might have been planned, Ralph. He wants to see where the 21 was running because he was fastest in that last round of practice. I don't know. I don't like letting anybody go past me, though, right?
No. Back into the truck with a question.
Question from the short end of the truck.
So there's a, explain the question coming from the other end of the truck here.
Okay, so question.
If you were to crash,
right,
even like Cody, where it's not necessarily a high side, it's a low side, you know, a little bit softer landing. There's got to be a period of trying to convince yourself mentally to get back to full speed. How tough is that?
Well, I think, you know, it was a low side. He didn't do anything wrong, though. That's what he needs to try to figure out. Did he just run out of grip with that rear tire? Does he need to, you know, is he pushing the limits maybe too far? You know, you don't know how hard you can go in the corner until you throw it away. But now you just got to forget that happened. You know, it's hard to do sometimes, but, you know, just now go out there and maybe he let the 21 go past him on purpose to see where he's running. I don't think that's a good move because the guys behind him are actually catching him right now. Cody Kopp is back in 8th, so it maybe have him a little bit rattled right now.
Yeah, he's got Drain right on his heels.
Yeah, Drain's up there 3rd quick so far, so white flag is out. So Cody Kopp right now in jeopardy of losing a front row starting spot.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be good.
And a trip to the challenge.
Yeah, you don't want to be starting on that 2nd row.
He's been pocketing those $2,500 pretty regularly. That's how he was able to afford that
new hairdo.
Color of the hair change, yeah.
Now he makes a pass right here in turn number 4, but Bruner leads him across the stripe, but quickest bike on the racetrack was Trent Lowe. Now Maxwell goes to the top spot on that last lap, the 18. So it's interesting. The Red Bull KTM 1st and 8th right now.
Yeah, with 0.2 of a second difference. Yeah. Doesn't sound like much, but in flat track racing, it's an eternity.
It sure is, especially like when you said earlier this season, Chase Sadoff had lost 5 races by a total of 1.8 seconds or something like that.
It was a ridiculous.
Yeah,
it was so
incredible.
Close, it was stupid.
Exactly. So 18, Maxwell's at the top spot. One more group to go here in our first round of qualifying. Parts Unlimited AFT Singles. 75, Terrence Santero. 24, Hunter Bauer. 166 is Eisenhard. 216 is Bender. 117, Landon Smith. 56, Jordan Jean. 133, Clark Morian. 55, Tyler Raggio. 155, Olin Kistler. 186 is Jacob Van Koy, named Kill Switch. 157, Ian Wolf. 270, Jess Reynolds, the Queen. 14, Damon Ream. 112, Aiden Brown. 149, Tragan Birdsong. He's got a new hairdo as well. And a 66 of Logan McGrain. Those are the bikes on the racetrack. Group number 2 of your Parts Limited AFT Singles.
You just went with the sun in. You just went for the coloring the tips. Why didn't you go all the way?
I did later on. When I was a teenager, like 14, me and both my cousins, I had 2 male cousins, one exactly 1 month younger than me, one 1 year younger than me, and we all 3 did the sun in. I was actually in Seoul, Korea when I did it, believe it or not. So it was just a fad going on, and then later on in life, I actually did the bleach and just did the top and, you know, had the frosted tips, you know, like you said earlier, Jeremy McGrath. Yeah. Take a look at a replay. Logan McGrain on the, that's Eisenhard, 166 coming up the inside of 112. Woo, hanging on to it.
Look at that.
That's like Jared Meese did down there at Volusia last year. You know,
that was spectacular riding.
Good job for him to save it right there and, you know, stay off the wall, keep the rider behind him off of him. And that's the 166. Logan Eisenhard, he's our Mobile View Rookie of the Year leader. Declan Bender, he's trying to take that spot away. He wants to be the Rookie of the Year.
Well, I'll tell you what, he is feeling it right now, isn't he?
Well, you know, he's close to home. You know, he's got to feel good. He probably has a lot of his families here. First time he's raced this close to home is, you know, pretty close last weekend in New York, but Pennsylvania's just on the other side of the Delaware River, so he's probably got a lot of people here, wants to have a good showing.
That's fun to watch.
Yeah, they're getting really close to the wall coming off of 2, and you can see when they drift off the wall, right here at the start-finish line, it's a weird spot to get close to the wall, but there's a little bit of a dirt berm up against the wall. And that gets in the shade first, so you the color kind of blends in too when you come off that corner. Oh, man, Santero just about touched the wall again off of turn number 2. Oh, Hunter Bauer's all over the place on the 24 bike. Hunter Bauer's up there in the 11th spot, the Canadian rider, 20.468. So just 3/10 off between 1st and 10th right now. Fastest bike on the racetrack was the 24 of Hunter Bauer. Here he is. Watch the 75, the 3rd bike here. Watch, he's riding it. Watch out for the wall. Man, his foot almost touched that wall.
Pull that knee in.
Yeah, he had to tuck it in as tall as he could. And he's got those brand new leathers on. I think I'll go back in the pits right now and throw those on the ground.
Right?
Yeah.
Were you superstitious that way?
Yeah, I sure was.
Did you do that with your helmets?
Oh, I'd put the helmet on the ground. I wouldn't throw it on the ground because I want to scratch them, but I would definitely put them on the ground, let them know what the ground felt like. First round of qualifying, Maxwell 20.188. Your quick time on the KTM. 48 Trent Lowe is second, 20.248. So not far between first and second. Tom Drain is third on the Yamaha, 20.301. So it's KTM, Honda, Yamaha, and Jared Lowe up there fourth quick. That's Trent Lowe's little brother, his little tall brother.
Yeah.
The Jet up there fourth, 20.310. And Trevor Bruner in fifth. And Cody Kopp, your defending champ and points leader, back there in eighth right now. Remember, he fell off in that first round of practice. Or the second round of practice, I'm sorry. Sadoff way back there in 10th. He's going to have to find some speed. Royal Enfield Build, Train, Race, Heat Race is up next. 5 laps the distance, and then we'll have our Hooligan Heat Race. That'll be right after that. And then our second round of qualifying for the Super Twins and for the singles, and then the open paddock area here for you fans. Again, 6:35 to 7:25. Don't forget, get your raffle tickets. 2 prizes, a Nikki Hayden replica helmet and some Nikki Hayden race-worn gloves that have been autographed by Nikki Hayden.
Got mine.
Already got your raffle tickets. You
Yep,
got some for each, didn't you?
Yeah, couple for each.
You got a nice care package.
Yeah, you get a little care package.
Man.
The ladies walk
I was up here working, and you're over there seeing what's going on.
Hey.
It's because I got here late last night?
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
It's, you hit the bad audio box.
Yeah.
And you miss out.
Yeah,
Although,
you're an audio engineer.
Myself, I probably could have handled that.
Car series, you do.
You should have been here for that.
Yeah, the points, or the fast qualifier picks the outside. That's the 17, Kinsey Luker. The 10 is Morgan Monroe. 08, Zaria Martins. Third from the outside, Shasta LaRue. We'll start fourth on the inside. That's your front row. 81, McKenna Hyatt. 800, Anna Serena. 156, Morgan Pillar. 909, Aaron Ferris. And row 3, 182, Justine Marsh from Milwaukee. 15, Mia Reese from Woodstock, Illinois. And the 07, Mariah Hummer from Fort Collins, Colorado. It is heat race time for your Royal Enfield Build, Train, Race program. Look at that helmet. I like it. Fresh awry. Here we go. Watch for the green light. Heat race number 1 is about to fire off, and we are racing right now in Bridgeport. Here they go. Third rider from the outside, or from the outside, gets a good jump into the first corner. I believe that's Zaria Martins on the 08.
And look at her power through the middle of that corner, Scotty. She is just pulling away.
That was a great start by her. Zaria is still looking for her first win in the Royal Enfield Build, Train, Race program.
I'll tell you what, she couldn't have run those first 2 corners any better.
That was awesome. Zaria Martins on the 08 from Milwaukee, Wisconsin in the lead. Shasta LaRue right there in second on the 67.
Speaking of Zaria, I was talking to Jenny Lewis, Johnny Lewis's sister, who is the team manager for the whole Build, Train, Race program, and she was telling me Zaria had a bunch of her personal motorcycles stolen.
While we're at the last round, I think we were in Mineral Wells, West Virginia, and her mom was out of town at a different race, and they came home, and
everything was gone.
Her 450 was gone, a Grom was gone, and a couple other things were stolen out of her garage. So,
fortunately, not her Build, Train, Race.
Because that was with us when we were in Mineral Wells, yeah.
What a shame.
They're still looking for those.
Terrible for her on that.
I think they got a GoFundMe going on to help her out and get another bike going. Here comes Shasta LaRue looking at the inside on the 67. Fastest Shasta. Red flag's out. Watch out. Watch out. Oh, rider down over here. It's the purple bike. We don't see a number on that
She got all the way up to
motorcycle.
the air fence.
Yeah,
You
the
can
bike
see
bounced
that.
off the air fence, it looked like, and then comes down the racetrack. Don't know exactly what number it is just
It
yet.
didn't look as soft a landing as Cody's.
No, I don't think so. That's a bounce off the air fence and then down, into the back on the racing surface. And you can see these other ladies are talking it over right now. The hot and the cold box is halfway down that back straightaway, and they'll come over here and talk things over. And it's terrible for the mechanics. Are a long ways away, but man, the leader just chopped off the throttle pretty quickly. I thought Shasta was going to get into the backside of Zaria Martins. Morgan Moreau talking to the 08 right now of Zaria. So we don't have an actual replay of the accident, but there's the bike bouncing off of the track, and it's got the purple wheels. It's the 182. That's Justine Marsh going down, and she went down the track quite a ways. 182, Justine from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. She rides for Royal Enfield Parts Limited, Olin Suspension, and Harris Performance on her sponsor list. Again, these ladies can go out and sell their own sponsors or try to get their own sponsors. You don't sell. I guess you kind of sell yourself, but
sell your program.
Look, the 10 is trying to get her. She's kind of high-centered on her motorcycle right there. The 07 had to help her get up on that bike. Yeah. So they've got them all shut down over here, trying to keep them cool. They're getting our down rider checked out. She's sitting up right now. They're checking on her. And they got to check on the air fence as well. Looks like it might have just deflated a little bit. There's Shasta LaRue, the 67. I love the font right there. It either looks like Mike Hacker or Bubba Schober. It depends on who you think it is. But
it does.
I like it. You can, as the rider, you can paint the bikes your own color. You can do the wheels your own color, whatever you like, and your numbers, your own font on your numbers.
Banana over there?
Yeah. Oh, they're there's him right now. I see. There's Shayna Texter-Bauman. She's checking it out. There she is. She's up and okay. She's going to get in the ambulance on her own power.
That's great.
Yeah. Getting that bike checked out, see if they can put it on the hauler to take it back to the pit area. Justine Marsh, the rider that went down. Again, I talked about it earlier while you were out buying raffle tickets, Ralph, but we have our own sports doctor that comes to the races with us, Kevin. And we hope he never has to be.
We want him board stiff.
We want him
weekend.
to not have to move all weekend long. But he's already out there checking on our down rider, and they'll put her in the ambulance, it looks like. And see if we can load up the 182. Looks like that front tire is actually popped. The rim is bent on that front wheel.
Yeah, sure is.
Yeah. She got into the air fence pretty hard. I think I'd find a ramp.
Yeah.
Those things look heavy.
Front end not so bad. This back side might be a little bit tougher.
Yeah. And
watch out for the pipe.
Yeah, they're picking that thing up. Somebody's got to hang on to it because I don't think I'll see any tie-down spots over there. So, again, there's a band playing back over there in the behind the grandstands. There's also the marketplace. You can stop by the American Flat Track booth.
It's not the same band that we had at Orange County, is it?
It's a different one.
Okay.
Yeah. And the lead
not that they were bad, but
no,
we heard the entire Van Halen catalog that day.
Well, you were outside jamming the whole time.
Literally every Van Halen song.
Well, it's one of your favorite groups.
It is, actually.
Yep. Also, check out the Seaboard chapter of Antique Motorcycle Club of America. They have about 20 motorcycles on display.
I did that.
And there are 5 noteworthy race bikes over there. So
yeah, I think I got pictures of a couple of them.
Of course you did. Man, I get here late last night, and you just do all kinds of fun stuff without me.
This is not your first year on the tour. You know how to do this
This
stuff.
is my 15th year.
You know how to do this stuff.
There's Jen Lewis right there, the team manager, handing some water to the ladies.
She is.
Yep.
They have a fun time down there in the pit area for the train race.
Yep.
It's always, you walk up to some pits, and it's always kind of like, wow,
Yep.
a little depressing around here or whatever, depending on how they're performing. You go to the Bill Train race pit area, and there's always a happy vibe down there.
And they all pit together beside that semi.
They all get along well. They help each other.
Yeah, the semi hauls the bikes to all the races, so they don't have to do that. They work on the bikes when they get here. You can see the different gas tank. Oh, the bike's laid over on the trailer. That poor thing. Didn't it lay down enough already?
You would think.
And maybe it's just tired.
Could be.
Okay. Again, the band that's back there playing is Whiskey Grin.
I usually grin after whiskey. Could see that.
You and Fro?
Oh, yeah.
When do you go back overseas?
Fro Daddy and I will be venturing to Singapore in the end of September after American Flat Track is done.
Okay.
Yeah.
So again, this is a heat race, so we'll have a restart of this one. The way they finish their heat race, we'll put them in. Look at all the ladies there looking at the bike. So taking a look at it. Definitely has a front bent wheel and flat. To look at some of the crowd already joining us here today. A lot of folks rode their motorcycles here.
Sure did.
A lot of motorcycle parking over there. Little kids got his earplugs in. Smart thinking.
Yeah.
We'll have a restart here real soon. The Royal Enfield Build Train Race Program. Up next will be the Hooligan Heat Race. Again, then we'll have one more round of qualifying for your Super Twins and for your singles, and then we'll have the open paddock area here today. Opening ceremonies at 7:30 on the East Coast time zone, about 15 minutes. Then we'll have our heat races for the AFT singles, 2 heat races for the Super Twins. We'll take the top 6 riders out of all of those. We'll have 2 last chance qualifiers, 1 for the singles, 1 for the Super Twins. We'll take the top 6 out of there. The 2 dashes, 4 laps apiece, $2,500 to win the Al Lamb Dallas Honda Challenge race, and $5,000 to win the Mission Super Twins Challenge race. Both of those are 4 laps. Our Hooligan main event, our Build Train Race main event, and then our singles main and our Super Twins main event.
All the ladies in BTR running the Arai helmet. Nice to see Brian Weston from Arai here tonight. He and his son are here. Brian pretty much runs Arai here in the U.S.
Right
a lot of ways.
Jeff Weil works for Arai as well. He's one of the
Jeff's
reps.
over in Pocono today.
Okay, with the NASCAR guys?
NASCAR guys, yeah.
Jeff's a cool guy.
Just up the road.
Yep. As soon as the track is clear, we'll send them out, make sure everybody's clear off the racetrack. We'll get back to it. There's Brian Smith over there on the left with the red shoes.
Oh, number 42. Bought me lunch yesterday.
Man.
Love that.
I guess so.
You know what the difference is between 42 and 43?
One number?
42 will buy you lunch.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe if I won as many races as he did, maybe I could buy you lunch, Ralph. I'm just saying.
No, I'm just picking on you. You've been great. You've bought dinner before. We treat each other that way.
We kind of take turns, yeah.
We do.
Yeah. Brian Smith's never bought me lunch, though.
No?
Nope.
No.
Yeah. It's good.
I didn't expect that. It was very nice of him.
He's got his headset on now. Usually he's running around without a headset and nobody can ever get a hold of him.
Yeah. Corporate guy now.
Big time. When that track is clear, we'll send them on around. Haven't heard if we have a complete restart yet. If we have a staggered start, we'll work on that. 5-lap distance of this heat race, and the Hooligans will be up next, and Ron Wood.
2 laps in, I would think we would go to a staggered start, wouldn't you?
Possibly, but they're supposed to revert back a lap, so then, I don't
well,
know.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, you revert back a lap for scoring.
Right.
But you've completed 2 laps.
That's correct. But it's only a 5-lap race. I'm assuming they'll have a complete restart, but we shall see. Sean Bear had problems with his BMW in that Hooligan practice session. That might open the door for a new winner.
Man.
A BMW's fast, but it started smoking, and he pulled off. Actually walked that thing all the way back to the pit area. I don't know if he's got a backup bike here with him or not.
Thing has been really quick. Chester Springs, PA. Any idea where that is?
I do not know. I don't think I've ever heard of that dealership, and I've worked in the Harley business for about 14 years. Chester Springs, Pennsylvania.
Guy looks a little bit like Bentley Warren.
Looks like a Harley rider to me.
Well, as is Bentley Warren.
Okay.
And a legendary racer at that.
There you go. They got an ice cream stand over there. Did you get ice cream today?
No. Oh, are we doing that at the break?
I don't know. It's a long ways around.
Soft serve or?
I didn't get that close to it. I just went over there and looked around. They call this the Kingdom of Speed.
Yes.
Right there when you walk into the racetrack, yeah. Very high banked half-mile. Flat straightaways.
Hey, you know who's here?
Tell me.
John Walls.
John Walls.
Yeah, do you know who John Walls is?
Don't think so.
The World Goose Calling Champion.
Dang it.
Here at Flat Track for the first time at an AFT event.
That was my second guess.
Love that.
Look, he's got his hair tie on top of his head.
Yeah, I'm guessing
he's holding that that one hair
maybe
in place.
His granddaughter back here.
Maybe his hair tie is holding that one hair in place.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah.
Well, John Walls, World Goose Calling Champ, welcome to American Flat Track here at Bridgeport. We hope you're having a great time.
Did he text you?
Isan Hung.
Oh, Isan did.
Isan.
Okay, I thought everybody had your phone number.
No.
There it is. Kingdom of Speed. Bridgeport.
It's a pretty good one.
Yeah, I like it. Well, we're getting everything figured out down there on the track.
We're still like the commotion by the ocean.
There you go. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, Royal Enfield Build Train Race Heat Race.
Sunday, July 30th, Progressive American Flat Track returns to the world-famous SC2 Peoria TT, presented by Country Saloon.
We're ready to go racing. Massive championship implications here.
Meet your favorite riders. Don't miss the SC2 Peoria TT, presented by Country Saloon. Sunday, July 30th at the Peoria Motorcycle Club. Get your tickets now at AmericanFlatTrack.com.
Cometic Gasket is the official gasket of American Flat Track. For decades, American Flat Track champions have depended on Cometic to seal their engines. Cometic gaskets are the professional standard for racers who demand the very best. For more information, log on to Cometic.com. Cometic Gasket, sealing champions since 1989. Klotz Synthetic Lubricants is proud to be the official lubricant of American Flat Track and 8-time AFT national champion Jared Meese. Family owned and made in America since 1959, Klotz has built its reputation by answering the call of racers and performance enthusiasts who won't settle for anything less than superior synthetic lubricants. Racers and performance buffs around the world rely on Klotz to get them to the checkered flag. Order today at KlotzLube.com.
Mobile View has been providing state-of-the-art LED video screens to sporting and special events throughout the U.S. and Canada since 1999. We use our vast experience of thousands of events to help guide the process of finding the right size screen to help make your event a memorable experience for your fans and sponsors. Arai Helmet started racing in America and flat track, and we've been supporting it ever since. Arai, handcrafted with an obsessive dedication to rider protection. For more information, please visit our website, AraiAmericas.com.
Rent tools and equipment from more than 70 leading brands, plus the full line of CAT machines, big and small. The right equipment, the right technology, the right team. All right when and where you need it. Visit CatRentalStore.com. Whether amateur or pro, VP has a motorcycle fuel to make more power. Keep your race bike cool with Stay Frosty Race Ready Coolant and high performance formula for your street bike. Learn more at VPRacingFuels.com.
This year sees Royal Enfield return for an all-new season of Build Train Race and a big step forward for the Moto Anatomy powered by Royal Enfield team. For the first time, Royal Enfield steps into the premier class for a full season of AFT racing, this time with a 2-rider team. Meet the racers and check out the machines of both of Royal Enfield's groundbreaking programs. Light Shoe has been building quality steel shoes for flat track racers since 1998. They serve the flat track community worldwide, building custom hot shoes to fit individual needs with the rider's unique style in mind. With more than 25 years of experience and a 1-year unconditional guarantee, you'll know you've made the right choice when your foot touches the ground going into turn 1. Join the Light Shoe crew. You'll be glad you did. Morgan's Place is a non-profit campground guiding full recovery from injury. Morgan Monroe was injured while racing in 2016 and began the organization to spread hope that healing is possible. For more information or to get involved, please visit their website, morgansplace.org.
From the flat track to the strip to the street, it's ARP fasteners for your bike. If it's for show or for go, ARP makes the highest quality and most dependable fasteners with strength for performance and good looks. The speed demons of American flat track racing trust ARP for maximum clamping force that leads to victory lane. When failure is not an option, it's ARP-bolts.com, no matter what you drive.
And welcome back. Welcome back, Drag Specialties, Bridgeport Half-Mile. Here we go with a restart of your Royal Enfield Build Train Race program. Hope everything's all right with the 1A2 Justine Marsh, getting her checked out. Restart, 5-lap shootout, basically a 5-lap heat race. This will get them qualified for their main event. We'll see if the number 10 can get a good start from that third starting spot. Oh, they're lining them up according to how they were running, it looks like.
Yeah.
17's on the pole.
Zarya on the outside again, right?
That might be all right, though.
Boy, she had a rocket start. Let's see if she can do it again on that 08.
Here we go, but it's the 17, Kinsey Luker, leading him in the first corner.
Yeah, but Zarya was really good right through the center of the corner here, and she's good again.
Wow, Kinsey gets all over the motorcycle, goes back to third.
It's going to get near up along that wall.
Shasta LaRue to the lead. Fasta Shasta out front, the 67. There goes Morgan way up the racetrack on the 10. Zarya Martin's in second. Green flags are waving.
Had a great chat with Morgan earlier.
She's a great lady.
Yeah, she is. Fast on that number 10, too. Watch out for her sitting back there in third right now.
Yeah,
here she comes up on the bottom side. She's going to get right in the thick of this, too.
Yeah, she will. She's won a couple of these. She's got a lot of confidence coming in. Zarya Martin still looking for her first win. So is the 67 to Shasta LaRue. Shasta looks really good today.
One to go. Last lap.
Look at all four of these riders going at it, Ralph.
Some fast ladies for sure here.
Shasta out front. She's going to lead the rest of them down the back straightaway.
Down the bottom, here comes the 10.
The 10 way below the groove, gets in hot. Up the racetrack, Shasta's got Zarya on the outside.
Shasta's got the line here, and she's going to push up in front of Zarya, and Shasta's going to get the win. Boy, Morgan came on strong there at the line.
Whew. That was
and
a good race.
She's going to hold on for third.
That was a great race by those four ladies.
Really was.
Looks like Morgan's still on the gas. I don't know if she knew that checkered flag was out. There she's still coming around. Watch out on the front straightaway. So your winner, Shasta LaRue on the 67. Second, 08 Zarya Martins. Morgan Moreau third on the 10 bike. Kinsey Luker fourth, and McKenna Hyatt round out your top 5.
We say it every time we see the Build Train race program, but these ladies really do a good job. They race hard, they race clean, they do a nice job.
They're getting faster, too.
They are really getting quick.
The lap times are getting quicker.
As a group, not just one or two of them, but as a group.
Right. Yeah, Morgan's fastest lap is a 2:1.89. The leader, Shasta LaRue's fastest lap at 2:1.90, so it's very equal.
Let's go down to Hanalopa.
Watching the Build Train race was really exciting for someone like me who is so new to riding a motorcycle of my own. I'm always very inspired by these ladies, but what surprises me the most is the camaraderie and how much they're willing to work together and help each other, because while they're racing out on track, they have a common goal, and that's just to be successful overall. So very inspiring to watch. I'm looking forward to seeing how that race shakes out later.
Well, you know, Hannah, they take applications each and every year for the Build Train race program.
We'll leave it to the professionals.
Just saying.
I'm better with a microphone in my hand, to say the least.
You never know. Hooligans pull up to Lions Grand National Hooligan Championship Series. The 76 will be on the pole. Kevin Maloney Jr. 88, the Rocket Ron Wood. 64, that is the Cadillac Georgie Price. His dad was the Buick. Georgie's not quite as big, so he's a Cadillac.
I'd rather be the Cadillac than the Buick.
84, Andy Moreno Jr. on that Maroney's Harley-Davidson. Row 2 on the Triumph, the 26, Ben Ludlow. The 690, that's a tough one for me. I don't know. You were overseas for a little while. Maybe you can get that one for us.
Eric, you're a Jeff Chick.
You're a Jeff Chick on the 660s back there in row 2. 143 is Bob Reese. 82 is Bo Woodrick. Row 3, 312 Brian Ames. 421
Now I'm going to jack
Santos.
up Ames all day long, but if I got you're a Jeff Chick right,
I'll buy dinner.
Can you imagine? You get you're a Jeff Chick and
18 Sean Bear on the BMW, and the 73 Shane Livingston, who missed one of his practice sessions. Here we go. Heat race.
Oh, somebody's bike stalled right there from, looks like, the third
Watch
row.
Sean Bear from the back of the pack on the 18. He's already up to second place, Ralph. That
Not
BMW.
really. If it's running, I'm not surprised, right? Because that thing, when it's running, is unbelievably quick.
It's so
and it's going for the lead right here in turn 3 on the opening lap.
He already passes Georgie Price, who's out in front on the 64 Harley-Davidson. So the BMW from the back of the pack to the front of the pack. So
see you later. Bye-bye.
Yeah. See ya. Sean Bear from starting 11th to the lead in 1 lap. 22.08 from a dead stop. It's pretty quick. Georgie Price right there in second. The Rocket Ron Wood goes up the racetrack in third. There goes the Cadillac. His dad was the Buick. Maloney up to third as Ron Wood slips back to fourth on his Harley-Davidson. Again, 1 BMW, 1 Yamaha. That's Bob Reese on the 143. 1 Triumph is the 26. The rest are Harley-Davidson mounted riders. Looks like they all have the red number plates. That's the riders from the East Coast. We've seen about 4 times this year. Maybe 5. Man, hanging on to it.
Yeah.
That 76 had it all over the place. The 88's right there on the back wheel.
It's a pretty good battle there, too.
I don't know if I'd want to go outside of that guy. I'd try to go underneath him right here.
Yeah.
Ron Wood looking for a way through.
Not a lot of room on the outside here. White flag, 1 to go here at Bridgeport.
Last lap, Hooligan. Heat race. The 88 gets by. No, he's losing track of the 76. There's your leader. 18.
Here he comes.
Last lap, last corner, Ralph.
Bear.
They
tried to make it difficult on him, and he blew right past him on the opening lap to take the win.
From the back of the pack.
From the back of the pack, and he wins it by almost 2 seconds over George Price.
That bike is quick. Kevin Maloney third. Shane Livingston is fourth. The Rocket Ron Wood drops all the way back to fifth. Andy
And that's
Moreno.
just the heat race.
Yeah, the Andy Moreno up there on the Maroney's Harley in sixth. Ben Ludlow on that Triumph seventh. Bob Reese on the Yamaha is eighth on the 143.
It's almost break time.
For some of us.
Yes. Hey, you know, we were talking about the Build Train race, and we were kidding Han about how they take applications. But for anybody who's watching that maybe really does have an interest in competing with Build Train race, they do that. Every year you have to apply.
Yep.
So if you're interested, I would guess go to the Royal Enfield website.
Get a hold
check
of
out
them.
the Build Train race program. And
get a hold of Jen Lewis.
You can,
if you're here.
If you want to go road racing, they have a road racing program as well.
If you're here, you can talk to Jen Lewis right now.
Yeah.
There goes Sammy Sabedra running across the racetrack, one of the photographers. And here comes qualifying round 2, Mission Super Twins.
What was Sammy doing with the donut with you earlier? What was that all about?
Dale Jones, one of our tech officials, somebody gave him a donut somewhere along the way, I think last season, and he said this is the best donut I've ever had. So now he does a donut challenge on Facebook, and people just bring donuts to Dale Jones. So Sammy Halbert brought his donuts from the grocery store from Philly, and Ralph, it was this big,
massive,
and it was 59 cents.
Wow.
And he said it was bigger before COVID. But anyway, so we had to do a little
taste
donut challenge, and it was pretty dang good.
What kind of donut was it?
It was just a glazed donut, just a glazed donut, but a 59-cent monster donut. I thought it was gonna be a bear claw when he pulled it out. It was that big. Ooh, Meese gets up there by the wall.
I'll tell you, that's going to be a nerve-wracking shot all night long.
Yeah, I think we got to watch that. You know, nobody wants to let off, but if you don't let off, you might kiss that wall over there coming off at 2. Final round of qualifying, the time to beat right now, it is the 95, 19.706 from the first round. This is how they get qualified into the heat races, and also this is, somebody's going to pick up $500 to be in the Pronto Parks Plus Pole Award winner.
And you're going to go to the Mission Too Fast, Too Tasty Challenge.
Not necessarily. They'll just give the pole for the heat race.
Well, that's right.
Yeah. Then
if you finish.
There you go. Top two.
Top 2.
Whoa, did you see that? Now
Man, that was
looked like he pulled the front wheel.
Wheelied right over the bump there.
That's like a motocross move. He got that from James Stewart.
Like a rhythm lane. Bubba, you'd be scrubbing over that
yeah,
thing,
that's
right?
true. Yeah.
Gosh, he was quick.
He was amazing.
Arguably, and we used to say it all the time on the air, fastest man on the planet, and he was.
On the motocross bike.
Of all the people I've ever seen
Stewart.
ride a motocross or supercross bike, I've never seen anybody quicker, just outright speed on a motocross bike than James Stewart. There's guys who maybe have better racecraft or more victories or whatever you want to say, but just pure outright with that throttle wide open and go for it speed, James was the guy.
Yeah, if he didn't have some bad luck and crash quite a few
he was
times.
winning or Bennett in a lot of ways.
Well, that's like Rusty Rogers with American Flat Track back in the day. You know, he was out front or he was falling off. Now Davis Fisher to the top spot here on that last lap.
Look at that.
20.175. Not fast enough for the pole just yet. That's a 19.706, but the 67. He stepped it up at Mineral Wells on the high-banked half-mile, too, so it might just be right in his back pocket. Yeah, bad start that night. Otherwise, he would have been up there for the win, I think. Might be a nice racetrack for the 67 to get his second victory.
We need to explore that little hump there.
Coming on. It's right there where the entrance to the track is. Yeah.
In there.
Dallas pulled the front wheel over
He really did.
That was interesting. Group number 2 is up next for the Mission Super Twins final round of qualifying. Somebody's pushing their bike back. That looks like one of the hooligans.
Yeah.
All right, group number 2. This is it for qualifying for Mission Super Twins 109. Billy Ross was pretty quick earlier. Got his career best finish last weekend on the 109. Billy Ross, 61 Casey Cisco, 34 Cameron Smith, 94 Ryan Wells, 17 Henry Wiles, 47 Michael Hill, 92 Brandon Price on the Yamaha this week. His third different brand he's raced this year. 96 is John Cox, 77 Jordan Harris, 22 is Harvitt, 16 is Garrett Wilson. What you need?
I was just looking for an entry list.
For the Super Twins?
Yeah. Just wanted to check a hometown.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
JD Beach. JD Beach quickest so far in the overall, but quickest in this session.
I was looking at, I was just confirming where in Maryland Brandon Price on the 92
Whitehall,
is from.
Maryland.
Whitehall.
Yep.
So this is a local race for him as well.
Exactly.
And of course he runs the Maryland state
flag in his numbers.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool. He is actually Dan Brownlee's teammate this weekend. The Maryland Terps.
Yeah.
It's like a picture of the state flag.
Yeah, but that's the school logo too, right?
Right. Here comes the 17, looking at the outside of the 109, Billy Ross. So
in it, Henry.
Wiles is up to 10th here in this.
He's only been
round.
back to the series here a couple of weeks now, right?
This is his fourth race with this. Yeah.
It didn't take him long to get back up to speed, did it?
No, and I don't know that he has a lot of seat time on an Indian either. So it's been a long time since he's been on an Indian. You know, they came to the series in 2017. Then he was into the singles class for a while. Now he's back in the Super Twins and riding for, grumpy old men racing, Johnny Goad and Russ Briggs.
And chomping at the bit to get to Peoria.
Yeah, next weekend, Thunder Valley.
It's going to be fun.
Look at Billy Ross up there, hanging tough on the 109. In this session, he's back to 18th, but overall right now he's 13th quick. Just moved to 12th in this session, the 109.
Some speed finally.
Yeah, and he's on a Kawasaki this weekend. Oh, there goes Wiles up high in third, number 3, and he goes down.
Down he goes.
Under
up
the air
into
fence.
the air fence, big time.
He's out from underneath it quickly. Hope nobody hits that motorcycle.
Man.
It's right there. That started on that little hump going down the back straightaway, Ralph. And
sure did.
And he throws it away. The Indian is down. The 17, Henry Wiles, the hammer.
Wow.
Hammer and Hank
That
Wiles.
happened fast.
It sure did. And he just kind of, when he gets up off the groove, you can see how loose it is up there and tuck the front end. Checkered flag and red flag out at the same time, so that's going to be it for qualifying.
There's Steve Moorhead.
And that's about the same exact place where the number 1 bike went down in the singles class. So he's going back to the pit area.
That Indian looked at.
Yeah, Johnny Goad's going to have to work on that thing a little bit. They maybe switch over to the backup motorcycle. So it looks like fastest in this round isn't going to be fast enough. So it looks like JD Beach will be the quick time here, the Pronto Parts Plus Pole Award winner. Singles are up next. And then we'll have a break in the action. 6:35 to 7:25 is the open paddock area for you folks that are here. You can go to the pits just outside turn number 1. And that is, again, from just about an hour. You can go to the pit area, get something, get autographed, meet your favorite rider. And then opening ceremonies at 7:30 tonight.
Okay.
So 2 more groups of singles to go, and then we'll get into our open paddock area. There is. Don't forget, get your tickets. Get your raffle tickets. There are 2 winners. A set of gloves that are race-winning gloves, race-worn,
From Laguna Seca.
Signed gloves.
Nikki Hayden won the Super Sport race out there one year and signed those gloves and gave them to Cameron Gray, who works for American Flat Track. And Cameron graciously has donated the gloves and the replica helmet to Back on Track program, and they're up for grabs here.
Here we go. Final 2 groups of qualifying out here today. See if the one can find some speed. He was off the pace just a little bit in that first round of qualifying, back there in 8th. I say off the pace. He's still good enough for a front row, but remember, he went down in turn number 3. There's the one, Cody Cotton, defending champion. Chasing him is the 88 of Chase Sadoff.
You want the gloves or the helmet?
I love the helmet. I've got 2.
The helmet's cool.
I've got 2 different Nikki Hayden helmets, replica helmets, so I would love to have a different one. The third one would be kind of cool, you know?
Complete the set kind of thing?
Yeah, kind of, sort of. There's a new one out right now that I really like. It's got a great big 6 and 9 on the side. I'll add that one to my collection as well. My favorite helmet, though, Doug Wolfgang.
That's a good one.
Yeah. He actually sent it to me after I got hurt early in my career, and I wore it for a full season. Or for about half a season until he had Bell sent me a helmet at that time. I was glad to get a nice helmet from Bell.
Legendary sprint car racer.
Yeah, grew up with my dad. They grew up together in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Here goes 82, Travis Pettin trying the high line.
One of the best ever.
Yep. He actually raced in Pennsylvania for quite a few years for Weichert Livestock, the number 29 car. They can race like 4 or 5 times a week out here.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So that's what he decided to do.
Lernerville, Grandview,
Port Royal,
Sealands Grove,
all over the place.
Lincoln, Williams Grove.
Yeah, look at this big battle right here. This is the 21 to 79. Gautier should go good here. This should be a good track for the 79. Chad Coase up to second.
Number 2. How about that?
That's second overall as well. Maxwell is the quickest time overall, 20.187.
Speaking of Grandview, Briar Bauman went and tested there this week.
And I heard they found some stuff.
They have done some stuff, some new engine parts.
And I heard they also had a secret rider. Did you hear anything about that? Or? I saw a picture of it. He's just teasing. I don't know who it was, but somebody got a lap on it, it looked like.
Oh.
I was trying to figure out who it was.
But I didn't talk with him about that.
Yeah. I think somebody just wanted to take it for a lap around.
But he said the bike is much more rideable, and he likes where it's at, where it's headed.
And it's hard to find time to do that in the middle of a season.
Yeah.
You know,
well, he lives close to Grandview, only about 10 minutes away.
Right, that's the closest racetrack.
So it's easy for them to get out there and test.
And we did have a weekend off last week. Some people did. You were being a DJ.
Working.
You were being a DJ audio guy. Maxwell, quick time right now, 20.187. That is his best time in the first round, 20.188. How about that? 1/1000th of a second quicker. Look at this big group of riders. They used to spread everybody out. Now they're just go for it, you know? Have at it. Time to get qualified. Group 2, 75 Santero, 24 is Bauer, 166 Eisenhard, 216 is Bender, 117 is Smith. Jordan Jean on the 56, Clark Morian 133, Raggio on the 55. And look at this big group of riders. Oh, 166 gets sideways. Here comes Declan Bender trying to come up the inside. They will make the pass. It drops to the bottom of the racetrack again. It's slippery, Ralph, but I don't think it's as slippery as it was 2 weeks ago.
Not as bad as Middleton.
Yeah.
Orange County. That was like riding on black ice.
Without any screws in your tires.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys really did a remarkable job up there of maintaining composure and running hard and racing hard and staying upright.
I agree. Last round of qualifying. Last group is on the racetrack. The open pit area is up next. Eisenhard leading every lap, but he's back there in 20th.
Sometimes when you see that, Scotty, it's almost more impressive if you really know what you're watching than on a night when everything is perfect and fast, you know, because you really can appreciate the skill set of the entire series.
I think only one bike went down. You know, 2 bikes went down. Ryan Wells went down, and also Max Whale went down. But you know, for everybody to not have any traction on that racetrack, and for the speeds they were running, to only race
as hard as they did.
Yeah, and only have 2 incidents is pretty incredible. like Eisenhardt hits that little bump on the higher side. Like when you're on the outside on that back straightaway, that's where it really affects you.
One to go.
Last lap, last group of practice in qualifying.
Santero trying to work on the bottom there.
Declan Bender, the 216. He's made about 5 main events so far this season.
It can be tough when you're in a big group like that when it's qualifying, because it's not going to necessarily allow you to take the line you would prefer.
Right.
To get the quicker lap that you would prefer.
Correct. But you got to go where somebody's not if you want to try to pass them, you know. So it's just like it's a give and take.
Yeah.
So Maxwell, quick time out here in your Parts Limited AFT singles. Pick up $500 from the Pronto Parts Plus Pole Award. He was fastest in first practice. Then you had Bruner fastest in second practice, and Maxwell fastest in both qualifying sessions.
And Max needs it, right?
Yeah, for finishing last.
He needs a morale boost, and to be that guy here tonight, good for him.
Good for him. Yeah, he was second in points and dropped all the way back to 7th. Ralph,
it's tough.
It is break time for you folks that are here. The open paddock area going on at 6:35. Start heading that way outside of turn number 1. You can make your way into the pit area. It's going on until 7:25. Opening ceremonies at 7:30 to 7:45, and then we'll have our first qualifying heat race of the evening for your AFT classes. Plenty of stuff to do. There's a band playing behind the grandstands.
What are we going to do? Ice cream?
We might have to do some ice cream.
All right.
So, again, there's a band playing back there. There's the marketplace. Get your souvenir T-shirts. It looks like the track actually has their very own souvenir stand back there.
They did, yeah.
Ice cream is back there. There's a lot going on behind the grandstands. The vintage motorcycles are on display. So, track maintenance time. And we'll be back here pretty soon. Again, open paddock area 6:35 to 7:25. Once again, it's going to be break time here real soon. Head on down to the pit area, meet your favorite rider, stop by the marketplace, get a souvenir, and get it autographed by your favorite rider. Again, opening ceremonies at 7:30. Open paddock area going on until 7:25. Our heat races will start at 7:45 here today. It's round number 13 of Progressive American Flat Track tonight. The drag specialties, Bridgeport Half-Mile, just across the river from Philadelphia. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, it'll be 7:30. It's an hour break. What am I talking about, a quick break? We'll have about an hour break. Enjoy the open paddock area. We'll see you at 7:30.
On Sunday, August 6th, Progressive American Flat Track rocks the world-famous Sturgis motorcycle round with the Black Hills Half-Mile.
We're ready to go racing. Massive championship implications here.
Don't miss the most exciting motorcycle racing in the world at the biggest motorcycle rally in the world. The championship battle heats up at the Black Hills Half-Mile on Sunday, August 6th. Get your tickets now at AmericanFlatTrack.com. The
Riders, let your queries be known.
Yeah, hi. Instead of letting passengers wrap their arms around us, can we put little handles on our jackets?
Deny.
Can you imagine?
I want a new nickname. Can you guys start calling me Snake?
No, Brian.
Denied.
How about we all get quotes to see if we can save with America's #1 motorcycle insurer?
Approved.
Cool. Hey, if Brian's not going to be Snake, can I be Snake?
No.